I got a Paul Newman Daytona.
Oh my God!
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me for another installment of Talking Watches with the Cardinal. Today, I got some familiar faces. I got Tim Wright, and I got JJ from the Gentleman's Hangout. He's celebrating rather an incredible milestone and achievement in his watch collecting journey. 2 Grail level milestones in one day. JJ, you want to take it away? I don't deserve the floor.
We got the LV box, and we got the Paul Newman Daytona on Oyster Flex, everyone.
Holy fuck!
Day.
JJ, congratulations! You blew it out of the water today. I mean, this is like, it's unbelievable. It's unfreaking believable.
I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to join. We got Design Atelier in the house. Hello. Thank you for everybody for joining me.
I got to say, I wish I was down in LeCoute Studios so I could show these off a little better, but It's been a wild day today.
Hey, you know what? This is actually, you know what? I think it's good that you can't, because that way we have another reason to do a stream later on to show it in high def. We did a prick teaser today, and then the full reveal is going to be tomorrow.
Now, JJ, I got to ask you, what was the kind of feeling when you saw that watch being offered to you, and what was the feeling ultimately when you purchased the watch? How did it feel?
Initial feeling was shock and confusion, without a doubt. My friend came with me. I only went there just to like BS a little bit and show him my Louis Vuitton box, because he is not only an authorized dealer, but he is a watch nerd like us. Brian, he is the best.
Me too.
He's got a collection I'd kill one of my aunts for. No, I'm only kidding.
Make me a JJ, Marco.
Things. So yeah, I was just I said I just want to show you something cool I got. If you got some time, I'll pass by. So he said, yeah, come by. I got something cool I want to show you too. All right, then I'm thinking in my head, I don't know, maybe he got a new Omega came in, or maybe luckily he's got like a bluesy for me or something.
Make me JJ.
Make me a JJ.
Make me a JJ.
So, I went in there and he was like, "Oh, come in the back, quick! Close the door," because there was other people in there. I guess he didn't want to see him open up his big
the VIP.
Right. No, I always hang out in his office, but he has the big safe in there, so he don't want people to see when he opens it. So I was like, hold on. My friend's there, and he's holding something in his hand, and I'm not paying attention to what it is. I'm like, oh, cool. And I like totally turn around and not even pay attention. I'm like, come in. I tell my friend, come in. I introduced him. I closed the door, and he's just like smirking, holding the thing up. And then I realized what it is. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, is that a Paul Newman Daytona? He's laughing. He goes, yeah. I go, oh, that's awesome. I said, wait a minute. I said, are you just showing me this because it's cool, or are you selling this? He goes, you want it? I was like, of course I want it. He goes, all right, it's yours. I was like, then I was just going nuts. I was like, are you kidding me? It was such a surreal moment, because he made it like it was no big deal at all. It was really fun, I got to say. And he said he wants to come to the show, Tim, in October, so I might bring him with me.
Oh, that's pretty incredible. We do have a $5 super chat from Paul Silicius. Tim, where is your Tona? Yeah, guys, I got to see this side by side. Side by side.
Congrats, JJ. Congrats, man. I just saw.
Who's that? Oh, Lolex. Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Guys, I'm just gonna put everybody backstage. Please. JJ, can you pull it up? I want to put it side by side.
Come on, hold on.
I mean, this is just garbage compared to him. Why are we comparing these two? This is just steel. Ooh.
I love the matte black. The matte black is the best part.
That is a heck of a two-piece collection there. And we got, oh my goodness, Toyota Mo with a $20 super chat. Toyota Mo, my man, I love you. Thank you so much. By the way, I'm getting a frame for that poster, the Archie poster. I need to get a frame, guys. But the frame is so fucking expensive. $50 for a frame. Like, what is this? It's just a piece of plastic. I got to get it, though.
Let's get some of those super chats. Let's bring it up to $50 to pay for the frame. You can put it in the back, right behind you.
Oh my God! Look at the way it looks, JD. You got to just. Woo! Oh my goodness!
Freaking
Fire!
stunning.
It's awesome. It really is awesome.
Nice ball right there. Look at that.
And the best part is it's just wind and wear. You throw it on, you wind it, and you go.
Yeah, technically,
It's not even wind and wear. It's
wind and
wear.
It's just set and wear. Set it. You wind it up to set it and go.
You don't even need to set it, JJ. You don't even need to set it.
I can't walk
Slap
around
it on and you go. Trust me.
You know what? He was saying he went to a show recently. You know, it was like all like Rolex people, like I guess ADs and stuff. He said people were wearing like the platinum Daytonas and all this shit there. But he said that the watch that everybody was into was this one. You know, it's obviously not the most expensive, but just so many people really like this one. But he knows. I asked him for this watch. How long ago? When Paul Ford did the video,
right, over a year
ago, right about what the 3 Daytonas he thought would be worth more money. It was this, the one with the Eye of the Tiger, and one other one I can't remember, or 3 watches. I don't know if they were 3 Daytonas, but these 2 for sure. And that was the first time I ever saw this watch, and I was like, "Holy shit, what is that?" Then I started researching it, and right away I went to the ADs, and I was like, both the 2 guys I shop with, I was like, "Can you get me this watch?" And I've been waiting. This was the AD that said he probably could never get me it. The other one said he would get me one if he ever gets one. But
get the second one.
I hope you get the second one too. We got Toyotomo with a $20 super chat, my man. Thank you so much, JJ Lecout, or should I call you LV Lecout? Congratulations on the Paul Newman pickup. I'm so happy for you, my friend. I wanted that watch badly, but had to give up my spot to chase the Space Panda. Let's see it on the wrist. I mean, listen, you honestly can't go wrong with either. It's really a preference thing. You know what I mean? It's really a preference thing. Yeah. I mean, both watches are Grail level Rolex pieces. About as good as it gets. And frankly speaking, maybe as good as it will ever get. Yeah. And we got Paul Silicius with a $5 super chat. No garbage, Tim. Stay humble. Stay humble, brother. That's right.
Hey, I mean, look, it's just, it's all hype. Like, it's just steel. So I think a lot of people,
the gold is
they buy into the hype. They don't understand that, you know, it's actually not that. It's not that.
The gold is the ultimate flex.
Exactly.
I tell you, if I had just this on my day date, I'd be good.
Yeah. Sure, Jake.
Thank you. Did you say congrats? Or did I hear that wrong?
No, he said
totally go. Guys, unfortunately, I have to go. My wife, she wants to take a walk, so
no worries, Tim. You take care of your family.
So many of these, but yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.
I'm so out of it today. People have been talking to me all day, and I'm like, huh? What? Like, I don't even know. I'm in La La Land.
Exactly. And we got amazing. We got Duco Ted. Look at that Z Blue in the Porsche. That's a combo made in heaven. $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Duco Ted. He says, amazing, JJ. Congrats, man. But, man, JJ, I'd be remiss now if I didn't give you my thoughts on the collection. JJ, what a fucking collection. What a collection. You know what I'm going to tell you. I mean, it's the A piece that we've been spooking. I think you should keep what you got. So you got the Patek 5960. You got to add a Journe. Because Journe is just, you know, it's just next level. If you can add it, why not? You got to add, keep the Day-Day, keep the Daytona, keep the Cermet, keep the Bruce Wayne.
Patek.
I counted the Patek already. Z Blue, you keep the Z Blue. And the last one, I think a beater. You need a little bit of a beater in the collection. I think that Polar Seamaster or the Bond, whew, that's perfect. Honestly, amazing.
Panda.
That would be awesome as well. We got a question from Bud the Stud, JJ Lecout. How do you like the Oyster Flex? If you had the choice to change to full bracelet, would you?
I love I like this Oyster Flex on this model. I wouldn't say overall would I would take a bracelet. This particular model, as is. This is exactly how I wanted it. I wouldn't want this on a bracelet. No way.
Yeah, I like the sporty vibe. It's more of a sporty dial, in my opinion, and I think it fits the sporty vibe a lot more on Oyster Flex.
This and the Daytona on the bracelet, and the day date on the bracelet, perfect combo. Dark dial, light dial, Oyster Flex, full bracelet, sport piece, dress piece, 2-piece combo from heaven. I'm good with that, and I would keep the obviously I would keep my Tech because it's my first one, and because it's a great all-arounder, you know.
We got a shot in the dark with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my man. He said, good times, guys. Keep it up. Evening all. Thank you so much for the really kind super chat. Guys, I'll be remiss if I didn't ask everybody what's on the wrist. Do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing the Note 8 sub.
I got no wristwatch on right now.
Ooh.
Pelagos.
Nice. The Pelagos.
Nice.
Beautiful stuff, guys.
You
I
think
mean, but the star of the show.
Just curious. Do you think
I know. I don't want to put my
Oh, yeah.
on right now.
Whew.
Yeah.
AJ's
Listen, JJ, that looks perfect on the wrist. Literally perfect. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I'll tell you, I'm over the moon. I'm just right now. It don't sound like it because I'm so exhausted from being hyped up for hours already. Like all the adrenaline has totally like left the building, and now I'm just like I'm crashing, you know. But what a day! First, I was just so psyched to get this. I was so excited just to get the box.
Right.
I was like, this is so great. I was so excited, and while I was there, I was only like half hour from the AD, so I'm like. He's a big watch guy. I'm like, let me just message him and see. Maybe he wants to see it. I just said, you got a packed afternoon or you got a little time. I just want to show you something cool. I'm not looking to go shopping today. He says, yeah. Come by. He goes, come by. I want to show you something cool too. And that was it.
We got Joe Kramer, who I'm sure would like to congratulate you on the new purchase.
Congratulations, JJ. What an exceptional timepiece. Absolutely stunning.
We just got a couple super chats. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your guys' support. It really does mean the world to have your support. I told JJ, I'm like, JJ, you got to come on. Like, he's like, oh, no, I have stuff to do. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We got to celebrate this.
So you got nothing to do. Get on here.
All right. Paul Solicit with the $5.
If you would like to congratulate me, please subscribe to my channel. I need 120 more subscribers to break the 1,000 mark. If anybody's out there.
Exactly.
Help.
Paul Solicits with a $5 super chat. He says, Lolex, what are you going to sing tonight?
You guys super chat $100 over WAP.
Listen.
Rendition of WAP today.
Woo! There we go.
Yeah.
Certified freak, 7 days a week.
Exactly.
Right.
We got Tim S with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate that. Says, congrats, JJ. World-class collection. It looks amazing in the LV box. Question, how do they size the Oyster Flex for you? That's a great question.
I've always wondered that.
Excellent question, because what a pain in the ass, let me tell you. My wrist is slightly under 7 inches, just like maybe 7 inches on a hot day. But it's usually slightly under 7, right? Which is, I would say, average size. Most people say, like Tim's watches, Tim's wrist, same size. A lot of people I know roughly the same size. He gives it to me, and it was way big. Like I could put a pinky in there. You know, on the wrist. So he said I could slide it down. It's on the biggest setting. So he slides it back, and it fit, but it was still like, you know, not like snug. So I said, what size? He said, there's 2 size bracelet. They want to know.
Yeah. Oh, no, he just left.
Oh.
I think he just clicked the X button by accident. Or he went on his channel. He opened a different tab. There he is. He's back.
I got the boot. I hit the wrong button. They're putting, if anybody who needs to know my channel, they're writing it in there. Spell it just like that. Gentleman's channel, like Logan and Toyota Motor.
Gentleman's hanging. Yeah.
What the hell was I saying? Oh, so it was like it was a little big, and he got so excited he banned. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. So anyway, that was the larger size. I think it's E and an F. It's called the bracelets. So he's like, "Don't worry, I'll order you a small one if you want to leave it here." Joking around, right? I said, "Hell no, I'm not leaving it here. I'll just pay for the other one. Just get it."
By the way, for those who don't know the joke, you want to just tell them what that joke means?
Yeah, because I have I bought a Bond Speedmaster from him, and I only wanted it in a titanium bracelet. But he said, "Don't worry, I'll order you one." And it's been like 4 months, and I'm still waiting. He actually got it for me, and it was a large size. He's like, "I don't know, I thought you had a bigger wrist." So that's like the ongoing joke. Again, he ordered me the big size, so that's like the ongoing joke there. But
right, but yeah. So did they cut it? Did they cut it?
No, they can't. You cannot cut it. They want me to drop the link. Do you mind if I drop the link?
I'm gonna drop it. Yeah, I got it for you.
All right.
Unless
so,
you got it.
No, I don't have. I'm nowhere even near it. I'm not in La La Land. So anyway, there is no adjustment at all as far as cutting it. The only adjustment is in the clasp. You know what I mean? Like here, I'll show you. Hold on. So he asks the girl. He just happens to ask the girl who like, adjusts everything. Like I guess the watchsmith there, and she says, "I have a small bracelet." So she had an extra, a smaller one. There's two sizes, like a small and a large, or regular and a large. So she gives me the regular size, and I just had to see the only extension is right here. You got 3 slots, and then you have the easy link over here. You got the easy link. But you see how it connects? There's nothing to cut. What it does is these right here, these fins, they push down and put pressure, so it could fit like a different amount of sizes. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of pressure fit. It doesn't really like hurt at all. You know what I mean? So it'll just help. By the way, look at the back. See that the way they left it matte finish?
That's incredible.
See the grind on it? So cool.
Let me pull that up. We do have another $10 super chat from Mike Hammer. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate that. He says, "With all those beautiful watches, is it hard to wear a beater, JJ?" Is a great question.
Yes, it is. It very much is. I mean, it's become to a point where like a beater now is like I'll wear my white dial Speedmaster.
It's a waste of time to wear a beater.
Right. Don't even buy like I think who said that? Profit, right? Don't even Richard Profit. Don't even buy. He's right. I mean, I'm not saying like a dick, like I'm in another stratosphere, but it's like having a bunch of nice cars and then driving like a beat up whatever car. Like you're never gonna want to because you have all these other toys to play with. So is that a scratch? Angie's trying to freak me out. He says, "Is that a scratch?"
Thank you so much for the super chats again.
To be honest.
We got West Pete with an amazing guy said JJ adding watches like I'm adding gray hairs. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wes. Thank you.
So JJ,
by the way, guys, I did drop the link to his channel. Please make sure to check it out. I'll drop it one more time. Gentleman's Hangout, guys. He's only 100. He's only 120 subscribers. We got Bourbon Heart in the chat. I'm gonna drop the link.
JJ, does the band kind of pull? I mean, the class kind of pull one way now that it's on a tighter setting for you?
It's not what you think. You see, like it does go a little bit like to this side, but that's only because if you look in here, it goes over here underneath. So it's actually perfectly centered.
Because I had the same problem with my Yachtmaster when I threw it on rubber, and I couldn't.
It's up. Well, it's not. See, it goes up to here.
Right.
So technically, it's here. So it is centered. This, from here. Right. It's just you can't see that part. Yeah. But whatever. I mean, listen, it's just how the watch is. It's not perfect, but I mean, listen, the watch is pretty perfect. I'm only really, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, it does cheat to this side because it really is centered, but you just can't see this last inch over here. It's underneath you. But it fits perfectly. It's very comfortable. What?
What did the watch retail for?
It was 28 something. It came to 30,000 and change, a little like $300 or $400, something like that.
Interesting.
Amazing. And JJ, let me ask you because your collection has changed dramatically. I want to say over the last, kind of 6 months to a year, right? It's gone from strength to strength to strength. How has it been? Like, how has it been seeing your collection grow and evolve? And like, how has the journey been?
I mean, look, it's been amazing, but a lot of it is just work I put in, like it finally is coming. Like, everyone's like, oh, you bought another Omega, you bought another this or that. Like, you don't play the games, buy the thing. Well, like, and it's not even that I'm playing the game. Like, I actually like to go and hang out in my AD and try different watches and experience them. Not to sound like, Bruce Williams with the buy watch experiences, but he does make a valid point where it is fun to try a whole bunch of different watches and, luckily to be able to get out of them without losing too much money and then being able to get a chance at some really, impossible to get watches.
Right.
I mean,
and I think, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying sometimes playing the long game pays off,
Right. And like I'll always say this, it's all about the journey and the destination you reach at the end. You know what I mean? And I think you're starting to reach that light at the end of the tunnel. And it's, after going from strength to strength to strength, you know what I mean? But it's taken time too. That's something else that's important, right? You didn't get everything overnight, It's takes time, patience, a bit of experience.
My only fear about downsizing to 8 is this. I want to keep the 4 steel sports that I always wanted, which is the Z Blue Milgauss, the Bruce Wayne, the Cermet, and the Panda. You know, for Lamarco, I've been telling you that since before I had the Bruce Wayne, that those were the 4 I wanted. And then I got 3 out of the 4 for a long time. Now, I have those 2. Then I have my Daytona and the Day-Date. That's going to give me 6 Rolex out of 8. Is that now I feel like I'm only having a Rolex collection. You know what I mean? If the other one's a Patek and the other one's a Journe, you know, that's great. But what about there's a lot of other brands out there that I'm not going to be able to add to the collection if I only stay at 8? That's why I like our suggestion of getting the travel roll.
Yeah, I like 8. I think 8 is a perfect number, honestly, JJ. Maybe 9. You can put maybe 9.
6 Rolex? 6 Rolex?
It's hard, man. It's hard.
I feel like it's becoming more of a portfolio doing that.
Right. We got Watches and Giggles saying, "What's in your collection now, Jid? You want to list them off?"
Yeah, why don't you list them off again?
What do I currently own?
Right.
I currently have the Z Blue Milgauss, the Bruce Wayne, the Cermet, the Wimbledon Dial Datejust. That's 4 steel pieces. Then I got this gold Newman Oysterflex Daytona. Then I got the gold Day-Date with silver dial, is 6 Rolex. Then I got the Platinum Patek 5960. I got the JLC Reversal Grand Calendar, the Tudor GMT, the Omega Speedmaster, the Omega Seamaster Bond, the Seamaster Great White, and then my original Breitling that I've just always kept.
There you go. And we do have a super chat. Thank you so much, Aussie Expat, with the $5 super chat. I really, really do appreciate that. And he's coming in asking, I want a Space Panda. Which color gold? All the promo. Yes, Space Panda on Oysterflex. Sorry, thank you so much. He said, which color gold? All the promo pics and vids are only white gold. I think I'd like the rose gold meteorite, but should only be white gold.
No, they have the rose gold on Oysterflex too, I believe.
Right, they do have all colors on Oysterflex.
Yeah, all the colors. I mean, look, you got to get what you like. I personally think the white is the best one, which is why they feature it all the time. But the rose gold is also really cool. I don't think you could go wrong with either of them, to be honest. Any of them, to be honest with you.
I think so too.
I just like the way the white gold plays off the meteorite. It really kind of complements each other.
It just pops, right? Pops really well. I think my least favorite might be the yellow, actually. Actually, I think it might be the rose gold one. I don't know about you guys. I think I prefer the yellow over the rose.
That's super big one.
Yeah, yellow.
Oh, crap. I think I like white gold, yellow, and then rose gold. And I just want to get this from Cars and Chronos with $100 super chat. Cars and Chronos, thank you so much, my man. It really does mean the world. Guys, I did an awesome review of Cars and Chronos collection. It's absolutely out of this world. It's called literally the best watch collection I've ever seen, or something like that. So,
I was just telling my AD about his collection today too. It's so funny. I was saying, this guy, he has the best collection I've ever seen. So many Journes, it's amazing.
Right, it's legit the best collection I've ever seen, at least from a real person that I've actually conversed with. And frankly speaking, it doesn't have like all those crazy hype models, and it's a real collector. Somebody has a real passion for watches. So guys, make sure to check it out. And thank you so much, man, for the 1,000 subscriber milestone I missed. Congratulations. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got a nasty echo. I don't know who's the echo. Somebody's got a nasty echo.
It's not me. That's for sure.
But yeah, just going back to this super chat very quickly. I would definitely, if I had the choice, I would probably go white gold, if you can again.
The only reason I wouldn't go yellow gold is because I have this one in yellow gold, which I always kind of had that plan that if I got this one, don't get me wrong, if they called me up and said we have a meteorite Oysterflex, I would take one. But I would probably, the last pick would be yellow gold. I would probably go white gold then rose gold.
And I just want to come back to this very quickly by Thomas Salgado. He said, Watch Car, I'm planning to get my first Rolex, and it's a Batman. Now, I'd love to go around the panel. What do we think about getting a Batman as the first Rolex, as opposed to maybe a sub or some other model?
Perfect. Perfect one and done.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the first time he's going after anything,
right.
That one's it serves so many different functions.
I'd have to agree, especially if he travels a lot, and not to mention get the unique ability to fidget with the bezel both ways, rather than just one way. Like he'd be stuck with the sub.
I mean,
The only thing I have to say with that is the action on the sub is so much more fun to play with.
Mhm.
But functionality wise, I mean, you get the same water resistance. I just I would go with the GMT over the sub. Just get more functionality, I think.
Listen, I do like the Batman. I think as a first watch, listen, if you're gonna get one and done Rolex, I mean, I did a review Note 8 sub or just the Submariner versus the Bruce Wayne. I think the Bruce Wayne is the best one and done Rolex you can get. Now, JJ, you have both the sub, the Daytona, and the Bruce Wayne. What's your take on that? Has your mind changed now that you have the Daytona?
Well, as far as what?
The best one and done Rolex, the best one and done.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite, most interesting, and most hard to get watches out of all the watches I have. But it's definitely not a one and done watch. I mean, if you put this on with a suit, you're gonna look like a dope. But I mean, this could get you through a lot of functions, but definitely not the dress function. This is not a perfect one and done. I mean, who the hell would get this as their first watch anyway? It wouldn't even make sense. But no, the perfect for me.
It'd be a pretty cool move to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you could, you would pretty much,
Is there echo on my headphones, by the way? Sorry, these are new headphones.
You're all good. I think you're all good. We got Logan Hall saying something interesting. He said, JJ, I wouldn't sell the Breitling. It's like Marco's Panerai. That's your sentimental piece. Guys, you can't keep everything. You know what I mean? I just want to say thank you again, Cars and Chrono. Extremely generous. Thanks again.
Oh, man. Logan, I feel what you're saying. I've gone back and forth on this 100 times. And I just want to say, if I was a rich man, I would keep them all. But, someone's got to pay the bills.
Right. White Gold is the original meteorite dial. And I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, but we got some crazy things happening. Mr. GMT with $100 super chat. Dude. He said, I know JJ never accepts donations. So, Marco, can you do me a favor? Give half of whatever you get from YouTube to a JJ. A small thank you and appreciation to my main man, JJ. I will be sure to do that.
Thank you, just the GMT. I appreciate it. He always tries to send me money. I never answer when they say that. No disrespect. That's not why I don't answer. I don't like to take people's money, and I do appreciate you going out of your way. Thank you.
I will be sure to send it to him. Probably against his will, but I'm sure now he'll be happy to take
out
after
of
the
respect for Mr. GMT. I will accept it, and I thank you. But please don't do that anymore.
Mr. GMT, thank you so much, my man. I will send him the full $50. Forget what YouTube's cut is. It's not a big deal. I'll send him the full $50 US. That is not my biggest worry in the world. Is that Ramsey with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Congrats, JJ. Joined late and missed it. Can you show it on camera again? Just one more time for those in the back and those who missed it.
Hold on. What the hell did I do? I shut my screen down. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Let me just pull this down very quickly.
There it is in all its glory. I'll tell you, this is really an awesome watch.
Are you more excited about this watch than when you got the Patek?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, I knew I was getting the Patek, so it's kind of different.
Okay.
Like that was more like, all right, am I really going to sink $50,000 into a watch right now? It seems like a good deal. I really like it. Let's do it. This was like, I had no idea this was coming. I thought you were going to show me like an Omega or something, and you go like this. Here, you like this? It just freaked me out. It was, when you're not expecting something, it's different. I wanted this watch for 2 years. That Patek, it wasn't the same situation. I came across a good deal and I really liked it. It made sense to buy it. This was a watch I've been dying for like, over a year now. Probably more than a year, probably closer to 2. And it just fell in my lap today. So it was pretty amazing.
So do you think you could, if you had to whittle down to 3, do you think you could do the Patek, your Day-Date, and then this Daytona?
Yeah, I could. I mean,
it would be such a hard 3-piece collection.
I would just, honestly, you know what? Funny, I don't know if, this makes sense, but the watch I would miss the most if I took those 3 would be my Bruce Wayne. I think it's just such a great watch. It's so underrated. I mean, does anyone else on the panel have one? Except for Marco, of course, obviously. I don't know, but, so I guess you're the only one who could speak to this. is it not like more special than your average Rolex?
It's fucking unbelievable. And you know what I think about it. It's the best fucking watch Rolex makes, in my opinion. By the way, I think all this,
really is
right,
amazing.
it's just a reminder, right? Because this is a great comment from Tony when he said, people think that a relationship means you have to buy watches you don't want. That's not true at all. You need to get to know them, and they need to get to know you, right? And JJ, you've been doing this now for how long with the AD?
Oh, I've been watching for probably 2 years, 3 years.
3 years, right?
No, about 2 years. About 2 years. This guy's more new than my other. About 2 years.
Right. So 2 years, guys. You know what I mean? It takes a little bit of patience. It takes a little bit of effort. Sure, you're gonna have to buy some. You can't just only buy Rolex, right? But
right.
With a little patience and a little bit of.
You're never going to develop a relationship with them. That's the problem. Right. If you only go in looking for Rolex,
right?
Then they're always going to see you as a flipper, and they're not going to make friends with you. But if they know you're a watch enthusiast and you talk about movements and look at that. That's a fucking duo right there, man.
We got REG joining us.
That's a fucking move right there.
We got Paul Salicius with a $5 super chat. JJ, would you buy your Patek if you knew this was coming?
Yeah. I like the Patek a lot. I love the Patek. I think it's an awesome watch. If I knew it, but let me rephrase. If I knew this was coming, I probably wouldn't have pulled the trigger. Because honestly, I didn't have the 30 grand for this watch. I know, like Archie likes to joke, like I'm a gazillionaire.
He's a sensible man.
I'm a regular guy who just spends a lot of his money on watches. I've been fortunate enough to have enough to pay for most of them. This, I literally don't have the money to pay for this at all. But I'll figure it out. I mean, whatever. I got a month to figure it out.
Rolex man figures it out. Rolex man.
Can I ask you something?
There was no way I was walking out without it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, would you? How often do you intend on wearing this watch? If you don't mind me asking, because my vice president, of my local boutique, she owns one of these, and she said, like straight up, she said, "I will never wear it," because she had a Sky Dweller. She bought a Sky Dweller for her husband and one for herself. Then she's got the Tuxedo Datejust, in black and white that she wears for a daily, and then this the Paul Newman Daytona like you have. And I had said, is there any particular reason why? Without trying to pry too much, she said, honestly, she said, it feels too special for me. I dread the thought of just kind of putting the first scratch on it.
I mean, listen, I'm going to quote a wise man and say, watches are for wearing. I'm definitely I wear my day date all the time. I'm careful with my watches. I'm sure, Tim's not here, but he could attest. He's seen my collection. My watches are clean as hell. I watch what I'm doing. I wouldn't say I walk around with like a bubble wrap on my wrist or something, but I'm conscious of it. You know what I mean? I don't slam into doors or banging on tables. Like I watch what I'm doing when I wear a nice watch, because I take care of my stuff. But I always make sure I enjoy it. Otherwise, I just don't see the point of buying. I wouldn't buy something I would never wear. To me, it doesn't make sense. But I respect her opinion. I wouldn't be able to not wear it. You know what I mean? I'm wearing this watch a lot.
Right.
Like I wear my day date all the time, like 5 days a week, 4 days a week.
Right. I just thought her opinion was very interesting, given that I don't know if vice presidents or whatever, if she can get like first pick of whatever comes in the door. I don't know, but I just thought it was very interesting from her viewpoint that it just sits in the safe and just collects dust more or less.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that's not a bad
By the
strategy.
way, JJ, I just sent you the $50 US.
Oh, thank you.
Hey-o.
I've got Sean W. Just one question.
50 down, 30,300 to go.
We do have a question from Sean W. $2.79. He super chatted, said, JJ, how does an Oyster Flex feel versus Jubilee and Oyster? This is another great question.
I mean, obviously different. I would say, if I'm being completely honest, the fins are going to take some getting used to, putting the pressure like that. They're not as comfortable as a typical leather strap because of those fins. Like, I'm a guy who doesn't want the seam of his sock to get stuck under his toe. Like, I make sure it's above all my toes just to be comfortable in the sneaker. So I'm a little extra crazy when it comes to that stuff. It's still comfortable, but there's nothing like a Jubilee. The Jubilee is it just fits like a glove. It's got a lot of it doesn't collect a lot of moisture. It doesn't feel heavy like you can get the moisture out, the sweat out. I would say I would probably go most comfortable Jubilee, then Oyster Flex, then Oyster.
So I have a question about the Oyster Flex, actually, JJ. Does it feel cheap? I'm always suspicious with Oyster Flex because it's not steel. Like, does it feel cheap at all, or does it feel like a premium thing?
It is. There is steel, contrary to popular belief. The whole thing is a band.
It's a band, right?
Right. There is like throughout this whole thing. This is not. You can't like. I mean, you could bend it a little bit, but this whole strip is a band of metal. You know what I mean? And it stays shaped. It doesn't like flop around like regular rubber. It does feel more premium just with the fins and then the groove up top. It has a thick. I mean, look, as far as rubber goes, it feels premium. Just the way the whole watch is put together, though, like the flat black of the strap and the flat black of the dial. I mean, this is the main reason why I wanted this watch. It all just ties together so perfectly. And you have so many premium parts with the gold.
It's beautiful.
You know, and the red strap. The rubber doesn't take away; it only accentuates the good parts.
How close do you think the Everest straps are to that actual factory strap?
Good question, Joe. And same with Rubber B.
I've honestly I've never experienced them, so I can't comment on that. Maybe someone else has more.
What about this versus your Zealandy on the Omega?
Oh no, this is 100 times better than the Zealandy. No offense to Zealandy, but it's just a flat rubber strap. There's no metal band in it. There's no fins in it. There's no, just the only thing that is the same is the outside part looks like this, but it's all rubber. There's no band inside. There's no fin to, squeeze down. And what I did notice, especially what this fin does, is it allows your skin to breathe. Like when I wear the Zealandy one, it's flat. So like when I take that Speedmaster off, my wrist is always sweaty, very sweaty, because there's no air pockets, like no grooves in it, which I think that's why they're making the V2. I think they're going to put grooves in there or something to aerate your wrist, because it does. That's one thing I don't like about that thing. You get your wrist gets so sweaty when you take it off. It like slides off as soon as you unbuckle it. It's like slides off your wrist, and you got to you got to. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar. Oh, hold on. I don't know if you guys are familiar. You ever take off a watch and you got to go like this, like because it's all sweaty.
And you have to clean the underside of the watch too.
Yeah.
Damp.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to knock the guy's thing. It's nice, it's cool. Like, but there are some downsides to it where he can improve. I was actually supposed to do a video on it, but he was supposed to send me a couple to do the video, and then there was some issues, and I only got one that I paid for, so I don't feel like I should give any time to do a video until I get the pictures.
I'm gonna raise a glass to you, JJ. Congratulations.
Mazzles, as Ari would say.
Muzzle tov.
Enjoy.
Exactly.
Yep.
Call me crazy.
Justin,
go on.
Go ahead.
No,
I just wanted to get this because he can't stay. I just want to say, he says, I'll catch a replay in the morning. I just wanted to jump on, give JJ a shout out, and a huge congrats. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Go ahead, JJ. Go ahead, Lola.
Oh, I was going to say, it's call me crazy, but I feel like the Daytona is the only watch in the line that looks better on a rubber strap. Like when I see it on the rubber strap, look at it, I'm like, oh, it feels like it was made for it because it's a racing watch.
Right.
You're right. You're right. I actually agree with you.
You're killing me with the echo.
JJ, your feedback on your line.
You're killing me with the echo.
I don't even have any other windows open. Oh, maybe I gotta lower the volume.
Maybe you need a sweet mic like me.
Yeah. Yeah, Lolex looks like a call center operator.
I know, right? I'm
Yeah.
about to be so sassy to you guys right now.
Yeah, it's like, did you reboot the computer, sir?
Excuse me, sir. Did you try rebooting the computer? Well,
Yo,
done,
Archie on his stream yesterday gave me a hard time about my mic. He said something about like me being a helicopter pilot. I got him.
I wouldn't do that. Please don't do that.
Thank you,
so funny.
Thank you, Duco Ted. Appreciate
Sorry.
it. Thank you.
You sound like you're a helicopter transition guy.
So JJ.
Oh well.
JJ, embarrassingly had to join a little late. So quickly, 10-second summary. You got this from an AD, or did you find this on the gray market for a good price?
No, I got a surprise. I called my AD today. I texted him actually, "Are you busy? I want to stop by and show you something cool." because I went to pick up the LV box. I got the LV box today?
No, muzzle tov on that as well. That's great. So that's great.
You missed a little bit of the story. So I ordered this. It came in.
Oh, beautiful. That's the right color. That's the right color to get, by the way.
Yeah,
That.
that's the
Yes.
one to get.
Yes.
I want to get a wallet like that. So cool.
I went to pick it up, and it was about 20 minutes from where my dealer is. So I just shot him a message because he's a watch guy, so I figured he would think it was cool because it's a watch case. So I just asked him if he was busy. I wanted to pass by and show him something cool. He's like, no, come by. He goes, I want to show you something cool too. I said, okay. And he just had it in his hand when I walked in the office. I didn't even realize what it was at first because I was like scrambling to get in there and show him my case. And then when I realized it, I almost had a heart attack. It was very cool.
Wow. And so you got that at retail?
Yep. Well, he knew I wanted that. I asked him for that watch, about a little over a year ago. But he told me it would be impossible to get. It's so hard to get. They never come in. He said that's harder to get than a Panda Dial Daytona by far.
Which is crazy to hear. Is it because
that is weird.
Is it because production they produce so little of them?
That's the least produced one.
That has to be it, right? Because I'm assuming there aren't crazy lines to get your watch because it's a gold watch. Not that many people can drop that much money.
Well, yeah, retail on a Daytona is what, 13,000, what?
13. Yeah, 13.
13 and change. This is 28. So
exactly.
Actually, wow.
Just makes me think the two-tone's such a good deal when you think about it.
Yeah.
Right? The two-tone Daytona's like 18 or something like that.
Actually, this is a good question from Marty Evans. Are the lugs different size on the gold Daytona?
Yeah, they're on the steel on the crown side, they're uneven. They're not like that on the precious metals.
Gotcha. Right.
Now I don't know if this is more rare than the new meteorite ones because those just came out, but as of now, this is the least amount they put out is the Paul Newman.
We got a question from Luis Hernandez. Says AP offshore diver or Rolex Hulk. Considering a trade for my AP, but would like to hear the group /thoughts. If you're asking me, I would definitely listen, I'm not a fan of the Royal Oak to begin with, especially not the diver. So if you're asking me which one would I go for, I would definitely go for the Hulk, even though the AP is the better watch. But yeah, that's just my opinion, honestly speaking. I don't know about you guys.
What does he already have?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but we're talking just a 1-for-1 trade.
It's a no-brainer. I think you go with the Hulk.
I would agree. I would agree.
I'm not a fan of.
I'd agree.
Offshores. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, the sub is the icon. You know what? It's probably if you ask a random person, if you could design a watch, right? What's the watch that would think of? It's probably the sub. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the Submariner. It's probably the most iconic watch ever made. And,
more versatile.
Yeah.
And the offshores kind of lost their steam when Richard Mille started getting big anyway.
Exactly. And we got
also, if you're in a pinch, it's easiest thing to flip probably of the two.
Right.
For sure.
And we got the captain joining us. Cap, what do you think about these festivities?
I'm just learning about this for the first time. Wait a minute.
I literally found out about this 10 minutes ago.
I just saw the title of the show, and forget about the Hulk. Actually, the Hulk and the Rolex. I'm sorry, the AP question was good. I agree with JJ. Like the offshore, I don't know. I'm not really. I don't hate them, but they're kind of big, kind of bulky. But you better like green. Ooh!
Open the box, JJ. Open the box.
Green's not really.
Holy, yeah.
Calling to me.
Green. And I have a Hulk. I don't wear it as much as I.
You know what? That is the perfect color. That is the color to get.
That box. First of all.
Every time you tilt it like that, I cringe my teeth a little bit. I cringe my teeth.
It's gonna fall out.
Now I have to sell a piece to get that box, JJ.
I highly recommend it.
JJ, did you handle the watch roll when you were at the LV store? Have you?
Oh my God, that box is gorgeous.
Look what came with it.
Yeah, lucky you. Paid for the box. They threw that in.
Yeah, they said, "Congrats on the box. We want to give you a little gift, a little token of our appreciation."
So they knew you had a small collection, and so Rolex. Wow, you get the Daytona, the Paul, what are we calling it? The Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Or the gold.
The dial is the Paul Newman dial. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's You know, it's funny. We were
That's
talking
incredible.
last night.
Congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
I guess I know how you pull that off, but holy crap.
That's really good.
The
You know,
great
it's funny.
Muppet, the great Muppet caper.
We were talking off stream yesterday about, just making it work. Like if the watch falls in your lap, doesn't matter if you don't really have the money or not, you'll make it work. And it sounds
I
like
totally don't have an extra 30,000 laying around. This was totally blow out your credit cards and
make it
Put
work.
on this one,
Just
this
make
one,
it
and
work.
this one.
Just make it work.
10,000 on this one, 5,000 here.
I came home and I made a deal to sell the Speedy and the Breitling for 12 to pay for at least part of it,
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's it. We got to make it work.
What else you got for sale? JJ, look.
Yeah, anybody else want to buy a
JJSW.
watch? I got a Tudor GMT. I have a bond.
What's your price?
Well, the
You
bond
gotta
I
name
wanna
your
sell
price and
until
how
I
they
get the
contact you.
titanium.
JJ,
What's
what's
your
your
prices
sneaker
and how do they
size?
contact you?
What's your sneaker size? I know you got some good Jordans. I might want to buy.
I have a couple Jordans, size 9, I think, in Jordan.
Ah, damn. I'm a 10. Damn it.
I have.
All right.
I don't think I have any 10s. I have 9.5s in Nike and 9 in Jordans.
Maybe. That'd be
Do
good.
a clearance sale on your knives.
Yeah, I know. I gotta sell. Small Gee said you just spent $50,000. You just bought a $50,000 paddock. Yeah, that's why I don't have money for a $30,000 But I couldn't pass it up. I couldn't pass it up.
That's gorgeous.
You turn that down, you're gonna regret it till Kingdom comes.
There was no way I'm turning it down. I'd rather go bankrupt than turn it down. I don't care.
Yep, you got to make it work. Just make it work.
says HELOC.
Yeah.
So you got the call, JJ? You got the call from your guy?
I actually text him, Kat. I text him, I want to show you something cool if you're available, if you don't have any clients. He says, no, I wrapped up for the afternoon. I'm just hanging here for a couple more hours. Come by. And I wanted to show him the LV box. He goes, oh, when you come, I want to show you something cool too. I was like, oh, okay. I thought it was something that came out. And he had that in his hand when I walked. He goes, come in, shut the door in his office. And he had that in his hand.
That's amazing.
And he had it for you, though, right?
I said, are you showing me something cool, or is this available? He goes, you want it? I said, of course I want it. What are you, nuts? He's like, all right, it's yours.
So, guys, what would be everyone's one watch that they have to break out the credit card for? Like on spot, they just pull it out of the safe and they just present it. Like, what's everyone's one watch that they got to break
The
it out?
Panda Daytona, so I could flip it.
Daytona, for sure.
Assuming you're not going to flip, let's make it easy. You're not going to flip it. You just love the watch.
Not just for money. Not just for money. Come on.
Because you love the watch. Because you love the watch.
What? Guys, are you kidding? Everything is for
But
sale
be
for the right
realistic.
price.
Okay, let's be realistic.
What about your Bruce Wayne?
Not that one. Not the Bruce Wayne, the Pan. The sub is for sale. For anybody who wants to give me the right price, it's for sale.
All right. So for me, actually, it is the Bruce Wayne. If my AD took a shining to me and said, here's a Bruce Wayne, I would just plop down 2 credit cards and just figure out how to make it work. I would just make it work.
Wise choice, Ari. That's one of the best watches. Best bang for buck.
I don't think I would for a Bruce Wayne. Like, if I didn't have the money, I wouldn't put a Bruce Wayne on my credit card, for sure.
Yeah. What watch would you? What watch would you go into debt for?
A Daytona, for sure.
For sure, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Daytona.
Two-tone root beer here.
It is nice to see Lolex on the street. Lolex got to
It
come
is
back
nice.
to the AC3 stream. You know what I mean? I know it's early for you. That's the only problem.
Yeah, that is really. Sorry, I'm like screaming. That is the main problem. Is that it's literally at 3:00 on a work day. It's like I'm in the middle of work when it comes on. Anytime I've come down, I'm usually like clocked in the office, so it's hard. But these streams are better. Tim's stream too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, so quick draw. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say quick draw. You would put it to beer. That's
beer,
the one
yeah.
you would be like, oh wow, okay, cool.
To be honest, I feel kind of full with Rolex. Is that weird? I got 2 Rolex.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would
want
say
any
this
more.
too, yeah.
I'm good enough. Like I don't want anything else from Rolex. You know, I'm looking at Vacheron. I want the Historiques 1942. I want it.
Well, Joe, is your question limited to Rolex, or is it?
No, let me just be like, you
Anything.
have a limited credit card of 20,000. Let's
We're putting $1. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
because it would just be
root
like,
beer all day.
unrealistic if you did like, you can just throw it on the credit
Yeah.
card for Richard Milley.
Oh, yeah, I was like, an Aquanaut came available. Okay, I'll take that. What else?
No,
but
the
you
20K
can't-
is
I'm
reasonable
thinking
because
I'm thinking
You can't
AP
flip these
open work.
watches.
Yeah,
You have to
can't
keep
flip
these
them.
watches. That's the thing. You can't flip them.
Oh,
right.
So it has to
Okay,
be
then
you
black.
generally
Then black
want.
Daytona. I actually prefer the
I
black
get a black.
Daytona. over
I
the-
like the black Daytona better too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
would
I prefer the
Look at that one.
Bruce Wayne,
Sorry.
100%.
We got Paul Wade with a question. Says, Marco, discuss with JJ. My AD said his Paul Newman is under the radar at 22,000 pounds in the Rolex range. AD said it could be a rare watch in the future. I could give my take on this. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a rare watch and a very desirable watch just for its style alone. It's got the nickname Paul Newman literally as the dial, so it's a surefire collectible in the future. And JJ said it, but this is rarer than a Panda Daytona, so it's got every single thing going for it to be a future.
It's actually, I just want to. It's not even nicknamed the Paul Newman dial. It's actually called the Paul Newman dial.
Right, it's called the Paul Newman dial.
That's what they refer to it as. So,
like Rolex. Rolex calls it that.
I mean, I think there's a good video that Paul Thorpe did. Actually, this was one of 3 watches. I think they were all Daytonas. One was the Eye of the Tiger one, which is like all crazy jewelry.
Forgot.
And I think maybe the green dial was. I don't remember what the other one was, to be honest. And this was another one. And even like my AD today said, this is the most rare one they make, the most rare Daytona. So, I mean, when it's currently the most rare Daytona, those are 2 words you want to hear: rare and Daytona. You know, those are always going to hold value.
Right. West P says the Pepsi for him. He got Scott B. He said, I put my $59.90/1A on a credit card right before the last pricing. That's probably a great idea.
Ooh, nice.
I mean, look, I look at it this way. Not that I would ever sell this, but if you have to plunk your credit cards down, which I dropped a credit card on the counter and said, give it to me. If worst case scenario, gun to my head, I couldn't keep it. I mean, you're going to make good money on it, just getting rid of it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what
Guys,
I'm saying?
can I just come out like it's just the most random thing, I guess I'd say, but if I had to do it, it would be on the Starburst Oyster Perpetual 41 mil.
The what?
The red
what?
dial.
Oh, the OP41.
Which one?
That's the one you would get, the
The
OP41
I always call
Coral?
it the Starburst Red. The Starburst Red, yep.
Oh, I think what do they call it? Coral?
It's Coral.
The
It's
Coral,
the Coral
right.
Red, but yeah.
Okay.
That's the one you
That's
would
the one
get.
LeBron James had, right?
That's the
one,
least
yeah, that's the one I would
favorite
have.
That's
That's
the one
interesting.
you
Yeah,
would
we were
get.
talking
I
about
think I
that.
prefer the yellow even over
On
that one. I
LeBron's
hate
wrist,
the yellow.
Yeah.
was
It looks so funny on LeBron's
Penny.
wrist, too.
It's
Yeah.
an odd man out, and I
It's
love
like a
it. I love
tiny.
it.
Yeah.
We got M36P saying,
it's a nice
Marco
color
Lee,
though. It's a
been
great
watching
summer color.
Yeah.
1942 Historiques vid. She is gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, guys, I need to stop singing its praises because the fucking secondary market for it is exploding. It just keeps going from strength to strength to strength. It just never stops going up. And then we got Scott B asking JJ, what does it say on the card for the dial? If you don't mind checking. I don't know if you got the box in front of you.
What does it mean, like the warranty card?
Yeah, so it'll say like on the inside
the name. Yeah.
But we could
They
probably
don't-
find that information online. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We got Dangerous Wife saying, congratulations, JJ, on your Paul Newman. And
You know what?
hello.
I wonder if Rolex is paying trademark, like money to the Paul Newman's estate for using this name on the dial. I'm curious if it's an official name. They probably have to pay a fair bit to use that.
Yeah, it's true, right? Because
Oh,
it's probably,
that's true. Yeah.
it's actually I never thought about that. Yeah,
It's
Rolex
a lot
is
of money
cheap,
on
right?
spaghetti sauce.
You know, somebody said, and it's true, they pay Daytona like the races
Hmm.
because it's the Daytona watch, so they have to pay like a fee to the Daytona races.
Oh, you mean the NASCAR event?
Yes,
Rolex
for the name.
pays them.
Right, for the name.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
Because it's copyright.
Yeah.
If somebody said that, listen, I'm pretty sure it's true, but I can't say for sure.
No,
But yeah,
it's true. I confirmed
Right.
it with my Rolex AD. I asked them,
Right.
no. So that's true, and they said, yep, 100%.
right.
Yeah. Side note: last year's Daytona, they get Daytona watches, the winners, right? And they couldn't even get a stainless steel one. They got like a two-tone.
Really? It's so rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got a two-tone.
That's
one.
ridiculous.
That's
Come on.
hilarious.
stupid. That's stupid.
Rolex
That doesn't make any
didn't
sense.
give him a
Are you
stainless steel, they
sure?
gave him a 100% look it up.
Maybe they were promoting the two-tone though. They
Two-tone,
have been heavily
two-tone.
promoting it.
Two-tone white dial. Two-tone white dial.
Interesting.
Wow.
Lord of Flex says they both feel fun, although I think the yellow will be a year round, but the Tiffany not very wearable outside this summer. Maybe I don't understand why people don't like the green. To me, the green is by far the nicest. But-
Is it though? It's a matte green.
I'm meh on the green.
It's the
If it
Rolex
would have been a
green, guys.
sunburst style, would have been beautiful.
I hate sunburst.
You know what,
Sunburst
I hate
green
to
is
say this.
terrible.
The only green that I like, and you guys are not going to
Rolex.
agree, is the not the Rolex green, the pistachio green on the Breitling.
That's the worst one. That's
I
terrible.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'll take the other side of that trade. I'll take the other side of that trade, Eric.
Yeah,
But you know what? Horses for courses. That's what makes the world go round, man.
I love the Hulk green. I love that.
Trash
Right.
is another
Ryan
man's
BK,
treasure.
he just got the green OP, guys. He can attest to how good it is, guys. I'm telling you. He even said he went in there. He's like, am I really going to let? He left with the watch. He's like, you know what? This watch really surprised me. It's a lot better than I thought it was. We got a super chat. Michael Maringer, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, congrats, JJ. Such a beautiful timepiece. Thanks, Marco and team, for the great discussion. Happy to do it for you, man. I appreciate
Thank you, Michael.
the super
Thank
chat.
you.
And
You know,
we got
colors like red, yellow,
here
orange.
we go.
They pop.
Brian BK with a $5 super chat. Green. Guys, you know I'm not the biggest fan of green, but that one is great.
The green on his Daytona is way nicer than the green on his OP, in my opinion, just because of that sunburst. I love that sunburst on it. Is it
I'll
the
show
same
you
shade as the Hulk green? Sorry, but is it the same shade as the Hulk green, or is it different?
No, not at all.
Looks
Not
a
at
little
all.
darker.
Yeah, it's darker, right? Yeah.
I'm trying to find. I'll show you some that I like.
Pistachio green, Ari.
Oh, that's terrible. That's the worst one.
You psycho.
What?
It's the ugliest
I'm
green.
not an axe murderer. I'm not an axe murderer. I
Listen,
like it.
a lot
I
of
like
people
it.
love that
Actually,
watch, though. They love
I'm
like
a
it.
review.
They love.
I'm doing a review soon on my channel for green all green watch collection.
Yeah.
This is one that I really like by Laurent Ferrier. It's beautiful.
I want people in
This
the.
is-
I want people in the chat. Do you agree with me? The pistachio green's at least nice. Do you agree with
It's like
me?
a British
Everybody
racing
just says
green.
no, Ari.
That's a cool green. I got it.
Right.
That Laurent Ferrier green.
I
I
gotta
like.
go on
That's a nice.
Instagram.
That's a nice green.
You know what?
That's a
I
muted
agree.
Green.
This is a
That's a
nice
really
green.
Yeah, British racing green. That's the nicest green. I gotta go on Instagram for the other one. If we're going Independence, it's
I love when the Cardinal says that's the green. That's it.
Worship the
He
card.
just got this guy. Just got a piece. You guys got to follow this guy. He just got a piece unique Moritz Grossman. This is fucking incredible. This is a Kerry Voutilainen dial. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
This is spectacular.
call me ignorant, Marco, but explain to me what Kerry Voutilainen means.
Oh, he's an independent watchmaker. He just made the dial. He's
Been gushing over Kerry Voutilainen for weeks now.
I keep hearing that name, Kerry Voutilainen, and I'm like, what is this, a purse?
The
What is this?
Godfather of
You see the date at the how it's like the display at 17.
Yeah.
It's like a retrograde date, but on the
Okay.
side, it's just incredible. And look at this finishing on the movement, spectacular. That's another
It's
green.
kind of
that I like.
longish. All right.
It is. Well, the girl who actually it's a lady who started this. I forget her name, Christine something. She used to work for both Glashütte Original and for Longa, and then she started her own brand because Moritz Grossman is a huge watchmaker back in the day for Germany, and this is just a fantastic piece. It's a piece unique, but absolutely incredible. I love this. British Racing Green is the green to get.
How long? Let's take a poll here. How long is it before Marco gets a paddock? Because it's
I
all
can't.
these
I
crazy-
don't love paddock. It's not my
years
favorite.
at least.
I give it a year.
With the
That's
$2
what I
super
agree.
chat.
1 year.
In a
Tiffany.
year, he's gonna get a paddock for sure.
Tiffany's great.
No
Look
question.
at that Tiffany. Look at that Tiffany.
So it's beautiful. The problem is that what does it match with? You know, like what would you wear that with?
It's an
I think
F-off piece.
Exactly.
Who cares about matching
It's
it then?
an F-off piece.
Triple over retail?
I
Triple
wouldn't
over
cons-
retail?
Well, no, oh yeah, they're like 20 grand now in some areas. Like,
Guys,
ridiculous.
This is an F-off piece. It doesn't matter if it matches with anything. You know what you say? You say, I don't have to match with anything, motherfucker, because it's my
So it's
triple
like
over
You
a,
pick
retail
up your
Rolex.
purse, you put it on your shoulder, and you just walk out.
yeah.
Are you talking about the Tiffany dial? The Tiffany dial.
Bye.
OP?
Tiffany dial. Tiffany dial.
Yeah.
It's like double
That's
fisting it's like double fisting an RM or something. It's like just a big FU piece.
Oh my goodness. We got super chats rolling in fast and furious. We got
Fast and
M60
Furious.
with a
That's
$5
what's so
super chat.
ridiculous. One on each
Great
wrist.
show, guys. Thank you so much, M3. I appreciate that greatly.
Look at me.
I appreciate that. Brian BK said, I'm sending Marco OP41 green and Daytona green on IG. I will pull it
Please,
up.
more photos.
I will pull it up. No problem at all.
Yeah.
We got Jeff. Jeff is in the house with a $10 super chat. Jeff, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Congrats, JJ. I just got the OP41 green. That's right. It's a great color. Nice shade of green.
I feel like Jeff has great watches.
Jeff is filling up those LV boxes faster than
I can pull up his collection, actually. Let me pull up his collection. I will pull up
while you're pulling it up, JJ, I want to one-up you with my awesome watch. It's the
That's a great watch. I have that watch.
Yeah, I really love it. Really, really love it. It actually fits my wrist pretty well. Yeah.
I think the Day-Date green is a little different than the Daytona, isn't it? Or is it? It's like a little.
I think it is. I think it is, Joe.
I'll get a green
sure.
watch. Hold on a second.
I think the OP might be a little darker.
Then the Day-Date? The Day-Date's olive. That's what they call it, olive.
The Day-Date. Yeah, the Day-Date is olive green.
I like the Day-Date, by the way. That green on the Day-Date,
Yeah.
I actually like that quite a bit.
Daytona.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like the Daytona is really
It's 100% different than the Day-Date. I thought he said Daytona.
Yeah. The Daytona and the Day-Date greens are different from each other, and it's different from the OP41 green as well.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know.
That would be interesting to get all of them up. Sorry, Ari, go ahead.
Yeah.
Same.
No, please. No, it's okay. Yeah, the Day-Date of Rolex greens, the Day-Date green is my favorite of the Rolex greens.
That's
here we go. This is Jeff's collection right here.
I'm a bit different about it, I know.
Look at that.
I like
Daytona.
the Hulk green. Call me crazy.
You got the GMT loop here. You got the new Batman on Oyster Flex. On Oyster bracelet.
Nice.
The original white gold with the blue dial. That's the Superman. GMT Pepsi. The Day-Date president with a bag of indices. And platinum with a blue dial. Explorer 1 two-tone. Rose gold Sky Dweller. But he's also got that's one of the pictures.
I was gonna say.
But wait, there's more.
He's got the James Cameron also. He's got a Z Blue, and he's got that date sub. So he's filling up 2 LV boxes, guys. He's coming.
Oh yeah, that looks like a purple. That
double fist.
The Pepsi that you had with
double
the
fist.
blue dial, and I guess is that a platinum bracelet or white gold?
Oh, here's another great one. Spence R chiming in. The Moser green is the best, guys.
Bring it up.
Moser.
Can you bring it up?
Moser dials are insane. Nobody's doing dials like those dials. You know this.
Yeah.
Those Fume dials are amazing.
Hold on, I forget what the hell the model name he has. It's the Mosaic. There you go. There we go. Let's pull it up. Yeah, his Mosaic. He sent me a picture once. It was beautiful. It's got here. This is the best picture I found of it, of the real effect. So it's like a Fume green dial, but a mosaic dial. So it's a hand-etched mosaic pattern. It's absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is spectacular. I can't wait. I think I'm going to meet Spence hopefully soon in person. I can't wait to see this watch. And the
I like the more like modern like Fume dials. This is really cool, but I think I'd prefer one of those. I do think this is extremely interesting, though.
This is a very interesting dial. I agree. I like the mosaic pattern.
Yeah, it's cool. The case itself. Look at the case and the hands and the crown.
It's incredible. And
really
what's interesting about a watch like this is every piece is a piece unique, right? Because each mosaic pattern will be different. You know, every single watch will have a different mosaic pattern. So
that's like the meteorite.
Right, meteorite. Since it's a natural stone, every single meteorite dial will be different, right? And there's no two watches alike, so you're really getting an incredible level of finishing, attention to detail, and I mean, to have a piece unique, right? So it's a watch only you have, or a pattern only you have. That's pretty freaking special. If you ask me, pretty freaking special. But yeah, man, what a night, guys! It's been an incredible night. We're at an hour and 3 minutes. I'm gonna keep going. JJ, are you still there? If you need to shoot off, by all means, no worries at all. I know you only said you have stuff to do, but oh my goodness,
I'm kind of running into that.
Thomas Anderson, $25 super chat. Thank you so much. He says thanks for a great show, guys. Actually talking about what? That's right, guys. When we don't have what's his name, our good friend Tim, right? There's no wealth tax discussion.
We're not talking about communists. We're not talking about
insider trading discussions.
Yeah. Insider trading.
and Timepiece Gentleman hasn't stuck their foot in their mouth today. So yes,
we could actually talk about watches without drama.
Yeah, this is watch talk, man. This is serious. You bring your hard hat, man. You bring your knowledge. It's go time with Marco. And
hey, listen, I love talking about this stuff, guys. Let's do a quick, since we do have a lot more panelists. Let's do a quick wristwatch check. We're an hour in.
Sure.
What do we got on the wrist?
There we go.
Woo! Look at that, guys. That's a heck of a wrist shot right there. Thank you again, Thomas Anderson. I really, really do appreciate the super chat and the support. And that's a lovely piece.
Look at that avatar too. Yeah,
he's got a two-tone root beer, two-tone GMT, but I think it's a pre-ceramic, right? Pre-ceramic GMT,
Yeah,
and it looks like a nipple dial. Nipple dial too.
Nipple dial?
Hey, don't look at my nipples, Mark.
It does look like a nipple dial. I'm waiting for Brian BK to send me the. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, here it is.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
I don't want to reveal the handles in case he doesn't want to get. I know people take their privacy seriously, so I just don't want to reveal his handle to the world. Here we
Marco,
go.
You're a really smart guy. Well, I'll ask you after this. Look at that, though. Look at that. Stunning.
I know. Whew. And talk about green, man. Look at this green.
Green with envy.
Right. Duco Ted says this stream is terrible for my retirement.
The collection has really come in such a long way. It's such a kick-ass collection.
Right.
It's really great.
He makes it better and better every move he makes. I like that. He never takes any back steps. No mistakes. No mistakes.
Well, Tom Hayes brings up a good point. Where can I find the tier list from the earlier stream? We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it because it is an interesting tier list. So let me pull it up. Let me call it up.
While he pulls that up, Mark, I want you to ask you a question. So I turned down a Speedmaster on nylon strap for $6,000 on the nose. What do you think about that? Did I do the right move? Because I want the bracelet version. That's
on nylon strap for $6,000 US. Yes,
is this the new
that's 100%. Is the new one?
It's the new one, right, Joe?
Right. Yep. I want the stainless steel.
Those are going to come down in price, dude. $6,000 is way too close to retail.
For sure.
I'm waiting for them to drop a little bit, and then I might dip my toe back in to the Speedmaster line.
Well, I'm trying to deal with two Omega 80s, and the one that offered me $6,000. I mean, they said, we don't get too many steals in right now. It's just not priority, I guess, for them. They're focusing on trying to get the Snoopies, the Seamasters in, the Bond watches, and the other one just said, you got to be patient. You said roughly a 2-month wait, give or take, for a stainless steel Speedmaster.
What? They're making you wait for a Speedmaster?
I mean, if it was like a week or two, I'd be like, okay, fine, but like a 2-month wait is interesting.
Go find a new AD.
How much are they charging you, Joe?
So for the one that I primarily deal with, it would be, I want to say at least maybe 5% off because he's usually a pretty cool guy. Maybe a little bit more, but like I said, it's a 2-month wait. Then the other one, they said, well, we can get one in maybe sooner than later, but it would be at full retail price on stainless steel. But they offered me the nylon one for $6,000 on the nose.
Because I'm just asking because mine's 6 months old and I sold it to my friend for $6,800, which is what I paid. Can I make a suggestion to you, Joe?
By all means, go ahead.
Go on Federico's site, delraywatch.com, and you'll probably get it sapphire sandwich on bracelet within a couple days shipped to you for probably $68 around there.
Hold on, before I pull this up, I do want to show something.
You save a couple $100, you get it on the bracelet. If you buy it full price, sorry, Marco, to cut you off, but I just wanted to let them know. If you pay full price on the bracelet after tax, you're going to pay like $7,600, $7,800, somewhere in that realm, depending on what your taxes are.
Yeah, round
there you go.
I'd say.
Federico gives you free shipping. DelRayWatch.com.
I'll sell a big box Speedy for $4,000. That's much better.
Right, but that's the old model. He's talking about the new one.
Yeah, I want the new model.
3861, right?
And I've already had the old model. I already had the old Sapphire.
The new Sapphire is $7,100 retail plus tax. So you're looking at like 70. I don't know what the state tax is by you, but by me it would be like 77, 7,800.
I think I'd be pretty close in that range with Minnesota tax.
If you look, I don't know what they're going for now on Del Rey Watch, but he was giving them for a pretty healthy discount.
I did look at David SW, and David SW, he's got 2 of them, but he's pretty high in my opinion. He's not overly high over the competition, but he's high enough for me to kind of stay away for right now.
And I don't even deal with I'm not, I have nothing.
No,
to do with
I like Federico. I just I like
I'm
that race.
I'm just saying I don't have anything to even do with them. I'm just telling you because
right.
And I'm talking brand new. This is not pre-owned.
Right. I just look at it. If it's in my state, I prefer to get it in my state because I don't know. It just kind of lessens the stress on shipping. I don't like having to get stuff shipped from very long because
all right.
For me,
his is out of stock anyway. You don't have any left. Never mind.
Whatever.
Guys, I do want to show this. Fan of the show. I don't know. I'll keep him anonymous because I know he does like his anonymity. Just purchased a 5170G. I mean, look at this movement shot. Woo! Guys, this is what's the worst part about these streams, guys, is we have so many viewers who are into watches, right? And so with our collective viewership, we always see people getting new watches. It gives you that itch, guys. I got the itch. I need a new watch. Watch, guys.
It's terrible.
I got the itch. I just want to say thank you again to all the people watching, all the people who have super chatted tonight. I mean, it's been a pretty incredible stream. Really, really incredible. I just want to pull this up. I got an incredible picture from a fan of the show. I'm sorry. Let me just see if he put his username because I'm not 100% sure. But, it's Thomas Anderson who actually just super chatted. So this is going to be great. We're going to provide him some value for money. Pretty freaking incredible. It's the 15 watch case from Boss First Leather along with his collection.
I've been thinking about getting a box from them too.
Here we go.
I hear their boxes are really nice. I hear they're excellent.
Guys,
price, yeah.
Please do not forget. What's it called? Please do not forget to enter the giveaway, the Boss First Leather giveaway. Guys, I just did a video on it. You got to check it out. You got to leave a comment, subscribe. My guy, JJ, over at the Gentleman's Hangout. You need to subscribe to him also because he's at 120 subscribers away, guys. You got to do it. Here we go. Whew! Look at this collection, guys.
Jesus Christ.
This is incredible.
Let's walk through this. What do we got here?
Okay, I could read you the email. Hold on, let me just double check. Thomas, can you just let me know in the chat, the YouTube chat, if I could read off your email because I'm not 100% sure. I know people do value their privacy, and I hope you don't mind. I'm showing this off right now because I hope you don't mind.
Looks like that would be old Air King and Explorer in there.
Yeah, so he's got a Steve McQueen Explorer. It looks like he does have some kind of an old Datejust, right, with that metal bezel.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's got that two-tone GMT, a Speedy. He's got a Longa Saxonia. He's got a couple Paddocks. I don't know quite what the references are, but those are manual wine, beautiful Paddocks, simple. A Grand Seiko, which is gorgeous.
Yeah, Thomas says you can read. You can read the email. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I just don't want to reveal anything I shouldn't.
Respect their privacy. Of course.
He said, "Here's a photo of the Bosphorus case I mentioned to you. I love it in the scheme of things. It was not too expensive, a little over $1,000. Definitely, it's great value for money. Bosphorus is tremendous value for money because
I love the watch roll.
Quality.
I love the watch roll. Yeah.
They have to be custom made, but it was done surprisingly fast. I'm 76 years old, and I moved back into my hometown of Wheeling, West Virginia." After the death of my wife. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My condolences.
Really sorry, man.
I'm
really
extremely sorry about that. I hope this stream is bringing you, a little bit of joy, obviously, in these less than fortunate times. And again, my extreme sympathies and condolences for the loss of your wife. My watches have been a tremendous help during this sad time. Hard to explain. I've loved watches since I can remember and had a Rolex Submariner even before Archie was born. Whew. That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Wow.
The Paddocks are 5120 and a 5115, both a 35 millimeter, which fit my smallest wrist perfectly. The Longa and Grand Seiko are both 37 mil, but wear smaller, I think. I think I said this, right? The Longa Saxonia, it belongs in the 37 mil case. The 40 is too big. It's too big. 37 is the perfect balance. As for Rolex, I have a two-tone GMT Master with a nipple dial that is turned nicely tropical. with a 1655. That's a Steve McQueen Explorer. And a Datejust Turnograph. Oh my goodness!
That's
he-
amazing.
That's what it is.
Did he
That's
buy these brand new?
amazing. That's
Did he buy these
amazing.
brand new? That's what I want to know. Or were these recent purchases?
I'm not 100% sure. Let's keep reading.
Yeah,
Let's keep reading. Of course, there's the ubiquitous Speedmaster Man on the fucking moon, which is too big for my wrist, but I had to have it. 2 watches that you don't see very often, but that are sweet, are the Universal Geneve RR watch, bottom row left. Above it, the Eternomatic Contiki Super. Top row, a Seiko Dolce, a birth year 14 karat Hamilton, and a nice old Seiko tag. None are shitters in my mind. I think they're great. Listen, every watch has a place in the watch industry. It's hard to call a watch a shitter. I mean, listen, they're at the more affordable end of the spectrum. Let's call it that. You know what I mean? That's probably more polite. He said, Marco, I really enjoy your channel, and of course Archie et al. I seem to spend way too much time watching live stream. Lots of fun though for an old coot. Very best, Thomas Anderson. Trust me when I say there's no such thing as an old man watch. I like everything you do and have for many years. I'm still not done collecting watches. If you love them, you're never done. Well said, man. That's
Well played.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
Really nice.
Is that a 1861 Speedy or is that one of the older
It's
references?
the 1861. It's got the old
okay.
bracelet. Or
Yeah,
it might
you
be
can
the
see it.
63. It might be the sapphire sandwich.
I think so.
Right. But
Very
man,
cool.
that's an incredible story. And again, thank you so much for sharing, Thomas. I mean, whew,
It's amazing.
yeah,
Yep. And the
I
box
think-
is beautiful as well.
it's
The
incredible.
box is amazing. The box is
It's
awesome.
stunning.
I really I'm thinking about this box.
Guys, I'm ogling over that 1655. Are you joking? It's all about that Steve McQueen Explorer too. Are you kidding? That's
The same way you ogled over Adrian.
Adrian from Bark and Jack. Exactly, guys.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
But guys, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I said this earlier in some of the comments, right? In the comments of my video, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish and the journey you take along the way. And I think Thomas, who's been collecting, over 50 years now?
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
impressive.
Thomas just said he bought the 1655 brand new. They couldn't even give them away in the 70s.
Fuck!
It's amazing.
Wow.
That's
You know what
the thing I've
original
heard
owners-
all week. That's
Whew.
amazing.
You know what an original owner of 1655 goes for on the secondary market?
Dude, that's
Fuck me dead.
amazing. I hope he has the paperwork still. Nobody's kept the paperwork back in the day.
Right.
They just tossed everything away. But if he
Yeah.
has the box and the papers and everything, oh my God.
Thomas, do you have the box and the papers? We got to
Dude,
know.
if you
Please
do,
let us
you
know.
need to do a stream one day with Marco and just show all of it. I would, ugh.
I would
pee my
love.
pants.
I mean, listen, if he wants to come on tonight, I would be happy to host him. You know what I mean?
That's
We got a super chat from
amazing.
Van Lux, $7. Thank you so much, Van Lux. He's an OG of the channel. I love him to death. A fellow Canadianite. He's a moose knuckle. Moose knuckle? Is that a better? Is that a better?
A moose knuckle?
I don't know what to
I
call
got a
him.
moose knuckle winter
A
coat.
fellow Canadian. A fellow Canadian. What's
Thomas
up,
has
watch people?
everything. He has everything,
Super
box and
chat.
papers.
Thank you
Shit.
so much. I appreciate that.
Oh,
So
And
you
he
got some
got the
papers.
new Scotch glasses. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thomas Anderson.
Box and
congratulations.
papers. Amazing.
He has
Oh,
box
that's
papers,
incredible.
everything.
And and I'm not going out on a limb. He'll never sell it. That is
Oh.
not for
No,
sale.
you can't.
no.
That's not something so. Oh, look who we have here. We have Kelly from On Her Own Time joining us. Guys, Kelly just started her own YouTube channel.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Canuck is
Kel-
the correct. Canuck is the correct. There you go. Canuck.
Yeah,
That's what I
don't
was
say
thinking.
moose knuckle, you freak.
Right. I know. What kind of? I
Kelly,
got a few screws loose.
Subscribe to our channel, folks. Subscribe to On Our Own Time.
Kelly, don't be like me. Crank out those videos.
Right. Got to crank out the vids, guys.
We'll be watching.
She's great. I'm gonna drop the link if she wants to join us. She's more than welcome to join us. Let me drop the link. The
God.
StreamYard.
I would
Man,
love to see more photos of that 1655. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. When I pull this
Beautiful.
back up, I could
Yeah.
try to zoom in a little bit.
Thomas, it doesn't have to be for tonight, but if you could take some more pictures of that,
I mean, it's
that would be
dead mint.
wonderful.
Clean. Look at
It
that.
looks dead mint.
It's exceptional.
Yeah. So Thomas, some point, please. Thank you. It looks beautiful.
dude, I bet he bought the turnograph too at the same time. If he did, that's amazing.
Spectacular.
I'm driving home from Red Bar.
Where to next? Let me ask, guys. Where to next? What should he look for next? He does have a smaller wrist. Oh, here we go. She says, driving home from a Red Bar, but I'll be home in a few, and then we'll hop on. Awesome, man.
Perfect.
No worries.
Perfect.
Explorer. You just gotta get.
I've been driving. Driving or drinking? Which one are we talking? Oh, drinking. That's the one. There you go. There's a
That's okay.
She's drinking, driving. Cool.
Yeah, no one's ever drank alcohol. No one's ever drank alcohol on the stream before, so it'll be unusual, but we'll deal with it.
Let me ask, where is the collection going now? I need a couple minutes to collect my thought. We've got Wes joining us. Hold on a second. Let me add Wes to the stream. Hello,
Hey,
Wes.
What's up, Wes?
Oh. Not quite there yet. Okay, I'm just gonna put him backstage for now. I don't think he's here or he's not ready. But what's it called? Where to next? Where to next? I do want to think about it a little bit, so I'm gonna go to everybody else. If you guys know what to get next, please let me know.
Well, I think Joe. Oh shit! I think Joe hit it nail on the head right there. He needs an Explorer 1 for sure.
The new 36 mil.
Yeah,
Yep.
get the new
The
36
mil. Yep.
Two-tone or
No, don't get the two-tone. No,
No.
No offense to him, but that two-tone looks garbage to me. Get the OG. Get the OG.
Yeah, get the new one.
Yeah, I like that pick. I think Explorer is a great pick. Yeah. And then, man, that's hard. What would be the 15th watch? Explorer? I think Explorer would be great for a smaller wrist. I think it would get a Cartier tank to match up that top row.
That's perfect. Marco, you read my mind. I'm not
I
kidding.
think like a tank. I think it would fit perfectly. He's got mostly like tonneau and tank shaped watches at the top. I think.
But does he need it with? Does he need it with that one on the right? I don't know what's the reference on the top right.
He's got a Seiko. It's a Seiko tank.
I think Cartier tank. That's perfect.
You got both. Get that two-piece Tonga bus.
You know what I think would fit amazing in this collection? What's the paddock that Paul Silesius has? The really thin.
Oh, look at this.
The Ellipse.
The Ellipse, yes.
Yeah.
I forget the Ellipse.
Yeah.
Actually,
Marco
the Ellipse
hates that
would fit
watch.
well. The Ellipse would fit in nice, but it's expensive. It's still expensive.
What about a
it?
37 mil Vacheron overseas?
Nah, he doesn't seem like a huge.
What about
especially not like a high.
What about a 36 mil OP? One of the crazy colors.
So what are you guys trying to? Maybe let's talk
Look at
about.
this. Thomas says yes.
There you go.
Cartier tank had a tank Louis, but couldn't handle the quartz.
Nice.
Wes, by the way, you're
man.
muted, but nice to have you on.
The palm tree OP though. There you go.
What's the palm tree OP?
The palm front.
The
Yeah,
palm
that-
front. No.
Yeah, the new one they released. One like they had palm tree leaves on it.
Oh.
So what are you trying to when you're adding another watch here? What are you thinking in your heads in terms of what are you trying to balance for? Like you're trying to balance against something. Like what's going through your head when you're trying to pick?
Well, he doesn't need to balance, right? Because he's got, listen, he's got his GMT, he's got his chronograph, he's got his dress watches, he's got the diver. You know, you're just adding to, I guess, in my opinion, fill out the holes in the collection, right? Just for
Is there
luxury. You're buying it for luxury, really.
Yeah, let's turn it around for a second. Is there any watch that's unnecessary in this collection?
Well, I wouldn't sell anything, not at this point.
No.
Right. He probably doesn't want to sell anything at this point in his.
Anything
in his collection.
redundant? Yeah, I mean, not saying he has to sell it. I'm just
Well,
curious.
yeah, he needs one GMT, one chronograph, one dress watch, one diver.
Right,
You know,
right.
everything else is excess. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a significant. Just by looking at the pieces, he clearly prefers dress pieces, right? He's
Clearly.
got how many? 7, 8.
Yes.
Yeah, black dough.
Howie asks, "What's the watch middle row on the left?" It's a Eterna Contiki. Eterna Contiki. That's the name.
And Paul Wee.
That's the
Rose
one.
gold AP, solid gold.
Forget
I don't know,
it.
sub. Just
But
answer
yeah,
that question he asked
Thomas,
before.
this is an incredible collection.
It's a
Thank you
beautiful
for
collection.
sharing.
Awesome. Well
Thanks
done.
so much for sharing your collection, Jordan. That's great to hear. We got Wes. How's it going, Wes?
Hey, Marco, it's good. I was on mute there. I've got the family here, so I was able to step away for a minute. So I kept it on mute while the baby was crying.
No worries. What you got on the wrist today? Wrist?
So today, right now, is the see if you guys can pick up on that. If I can get the light right.
Ooh, let me get that.
My camera game is not quite as good.
Tudor Ranger.
Yeah, it's Tudor.
Yeah.
The tuna.
Oh, nice. That's
The
really
tuna.
nice. That's really nice.
I enjoy this watch actually.
Cool.
It's a wind and wear. It's pretty simple, and
Perfect.
it stays on NATOs. So yeah, it's good for summer.
Wes, I guess for people who maybe don't know you or haven't seen you on other streams, maybe you want to talk a little bit about what's in your collection, how long you've been collecting, the kind of whole shebang.
Yeah, so I got into the live streams through Austin Daniels. He obviously the time difference for him, he doesn't get a lot of time to jump on with us. So I did a few videos with Austin a couple of months back and a few live streams with him, and so that's sort of how I got connected with you guys. And JJ, congrats on the new edition.
Thank
Marco, to you the 1,000 subs. So my collection is fairly small at the moment. So I'll walk you through. Let me grab. I've got a few. This is probably the centerpiece at the moment. See if you guys can. My lighting is not as good as yours. So
all good. The Hulk.
Yes,
nice.
sir.
Really nice.
So that's that one I got last year, just before, probably in June, I think. So not long before it discontinued. So it's pretty lucky to get that. Also, this is a, see if I can get that 36 blue dial fluted on Jubilee. This one pretty much stays on the wife's wrist, but that's in our collection as well. And my first watch I'm probably the most proud of is, let's see if you guys can see here. This one doesn't show on the light at all because of the dial. It's
is that a snowflake?
It is. Yep.
Yeah, it's a snowflake.
Oh wow.
Snowflake. Yep.
Very cool.
Sorry,
Awesome.
that lighting in here is pretty rough. So.
No, it's all. The polishing on that watch, it reflects the light.
Yeah.
So it's so crazy. It reflects so well.
The white dial definitely shows. So, yeah, that's it for now. And I've got another one that's coming, and I'm sort of at the mercy of FedEx right now. They were supposed to be here today, but it hasn't arrived. So hopefully in the next few days I'll have another one to show you guys. So if you've been paying attention to the comments, Marco, you might know what it is based on.
Oh, it's a little hard for me, why?
I know.
Comments today from the boss.
Well, that's a good thing. I think I'm gonna keep it under wraps until it gets here. So
right. That's probably the best thing, guys. I want to streamline the screen. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna cut out a few people, but you guys are always jump back on just because I don't want the stream to get too crowded. So I'm just gonna drop you off very quickly and quicker drop because you guys have been on here kind of the longest. So I just want to let some new people join into the stream, and I can always add you back afterwards if anybody jumps off. But yeah, Wes, that's a great collection right there.
It's pretty modest at the moment. So and I've been into watches a really long time, but I think the luxury watch sort of started to creep into the picture maybe 2016 or 17. I was shopping for an engagement ring, and my friend owned a shop. He's an AD back in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I'm from. And he said, you should get yourself something. And, that's when I kind of got into it and ended up with the Snowflake at that point. That's where that came from. But yeah, that kind of is where it all started and kind of has snowballed since then. Toyota Mo asked if it came with the new style warranty card. This was a June of 2020, so it did not. It still has the name. It's got my name and date on it, so it's not one of the new. It was one of the last ones that they delivered at the AD that I go to here. I'm in Austin, Texas now. So
you got it at the AD, right?
I did, yeah. I actually, that story was really crazy how I got that. So, gosh, I'll try to cut it as short as possible, but
forget the short. We got plenty of time.
So, kind of going back to me getting into this, was I bought from them the no date, which I told you, Marco. I had the no date Submariner, exactly 11460, and they took that in from another customer that bought a Skydweller. So they had what was sort of a pre-owned, which is sort of rare for ADs to do, but they had one, and they knew that I was looking for the green Submariner, and I'd sort of thrown around a few that I felt like I wanted. But the best chance I think I had, or in my mind, was to just sort of laser focus on one watch, and it just happened to be the green Sub. And they had this one, and it was in November of 19, and I sort of said a few months before, like, I really want the green one. And I thought, man, they're telling me this, they're giving it to me at retail, It was a 2015. Didn't have their name on the card, so I knew I could kind of do what I want with it. So I picked it up. And, fast forward a few months, my wife and I, we were pregnant with our first daughter, who's now 1.5 almost. And she was born really early, like 4 months early, and spent a lot of time in the hospital. And I was going back and forth to the AD, and I hung out with them. And so they're asking, how she's doing, and kind of got to know my story. And the owner of the store caught wind of this, not the sales associate. He came over and he was like, so tell me what's going on. And I said, she was born in April, was due in August. And I was hoping to get the watch with, at least by the time she was born, or at least in the year that she was born, to have the date on the card to sort of commemorate that. And this was in June. And he just looked at me and said, do you want to see the watch? And I just kind of was like, what do you mean? Do I want to? He's like, have you ever seen a Hulk before? And I was like, yeah, I have. He said, let me go grab it. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Wes.
So he said, do you want to see it? But it doesn't have a box. So this was sort of in the middle of the pandemic, and they didn't have their box deliveries. And so it seemed all kind of odd. And he brought it out in the little plastic case and said, it's yours if you want it. We'll get you the box in a couple of weeks. And after hearing my story, he just sort of decided on the spot to give me that. And it was the last Hulk that they sold at that store before the discontinued. So I got pretty lucky.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just want to say, take care of Lolex. He just messaged me in the private chat saying he's going to take out. I just put you backstage because you were away. I just wanted to make some room for the new panel members. I just want to say hello to Kelly. And
Hi.
Kelly. How's it going? Of course, guys, not only follow her on Instagram at her own time, but also follow her now on YouTube. She finally obliged our wish. Oh my goodness.
Big chat.
We got Bahrain watch collector.
Oh!
$100 super chat. What the fuck is going
Amazing.
on today?
I better get commission for some of these super chats.
Did you cut your deal backstage? Come on.
Congrats, JJ, on
thank
the
you, man.
precious
Thank you.
the Paul Newman Daytona. We're in good health. JJ, can you pull that out for us?
How much of that money are you gonna give me? I'll pull it up.
Maybe I'll just pull up a Google picture. What do you think?
Google.
No, just kidding.
Yo, there's nothing like the real thing, Marco.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Dang.
But guys, it was a 2-piece combo meal deal because he not only got the Daytona, right? He not only got the Daytona, but he also got a pretty special thing to put it inside of. JJ, you gotta show.
I don't have it next to me anymore. You're gonna have to pull up a screen.
Okay, he got the monogram Eclipse LV box in black with a gray interior. Pretty incredible.
Which is the best color in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a great color, man. That is
Bahrain watch collector, such a cool guy. Guys, he asked me. He almost got the new Ming release, and he asked my opinion. I told him it's a little bit expensive. Guys. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
So
I think they overreached this time.
Right. I told him it's a great watch. I think it's cool. It's a cool concept, but it's too expensive this time around. Wait until they have something a little bit more affordable, and I would definitely consider pulling the trigger. Just my opinion. Still a great watch.
Sorry to cut you short there. I totally forgot a whole part of the day stories that when I was picking up the LV box, I stopped in the Omega boutique, and I was talking to the guy that works there. He looked like they dress like chemists. They wear some of them have the full white suits. I guess they're I don't know, maybe they work on stuff in the back. And we just got to talking about watches. He was telling me how Omega doesn't really do the right thing with their advertising. He was telling me this really cool story about the 321, how they invested all this money into this technology to see through the watch, the original one that was on space, because they didn't want to actually take it apart because it's like a national treasure to see how it was built. So they spent all this money to come up with this technology to see through the watch, to rebuild it. And that's why the 321s are so highly sought after now. And we just got to talking about a bunch of stuff. Long story short, he goes, "Oh, you're interested in one?" I was like, "I mean, yeah." This was before I bought the Paul Newman, of course. I didn't even know it was coming today. And I was like, "Yeah, I would be interested." He goes, "All right, let me take your name." He goes, "The Snoopy ones, a lot of people put money down, and they can't take any more, any more people for that. There's not even a list, but I could put you on a list for the 321, the Ed White." So I was like, "All right, it can't hurt to be on the list. Why not?" Then he asked me, "Do you want to be on the list for the precious metal one I know you know the one that Bear Clooney's dying to get with the meteorite subdials, the platinum one.
Yeah,
the Ed White. The watch is like $54,000 though. He's like, I'm getting one in September. Do you want me to put your name on for that? Would you be interested? I was like, listen, I'm not making any promises. That's a hell of a lot of money, but you know, keep me posted. So he took my name down for those two also. What do you think, Marco? Bad idea or good idea?
I think that you're fucking nuts. That's what I think. I think you're out of your mind. Guys, I gotta pull this up because I've been waiting for this all night. Nothing Asian Hoarder has joined us. For those of you who don't know, he has pretty much every steel Rolex watch known to man. Legit, I'm not kidding. Past
unbelievable collection.
Twinning.
And he says, congratulations, JJ. Go for the gold. That's what I'm talking about. Now he's the Nothing Asian two-tone and gold hoarder. Jordan says, that's a great story. Wes, incredible. I mean, the story to get that whole fuck me dead. That's the story where dreams are made of. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, having a NICU child during a pandemic that spent 4 months in the hospital was tough. I'm not looking for
Right.
sympathy, but they recognized the situation and kind of took care of me, and it was awesome. So it's kind of the story that goes along with that. So.
I mean, listen. I said this with Oshin on the stream with Gringa and Oshin the other day that these are just kind of, at the end of the day, if you boil it down, right? They're machines. They're kind of metal pieces of they're just metal, right? They're pieces of metal essentially, but it's the stories that we make with them that's most important. The buying story, the memories that we make with the watch. That's what make it really great. And man, to hear a story like that is just. Man, that's something that you can keep with you and cherish for the rest of your life as you make memories with that watch on.
Yeah, and someone asked, she's doing fine now. She's a year and a half or almost and perfectly fine. Everything's good.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do. Like you see her and you wouldn't know the difference. So it's pretty awesome. What
the technology's come a long way. Technology's come a long way for that kind of stuff. So that's really good.
Glad to hear that. I just want to say thank you again to Bahrain Watch Collector. Insane super chat. Thank you so much, my man. I don't know if there's any way I can do anything for you. Let me know. Please. I would be happy to pull anything up, any email or what have you. Kelly. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, not to jump in, but you mentioned that these things are just machines, but there are feelings and emotions and experiences tied to them. But I'm in where I'm at in collecting, I can hold so much, right? There's so many things that I can have. And that's the difficulty in collecting is, do you fight that battle of those experiences and those emotions and those memories go with those watches? Do you keep them and have to separate them from the watches and just remember and tell that story and say, you know what, I don't have the Hulk anymore. But it was cool. Or do you just make it happen and keep it? And that's something that I kind of wrestle with, because it's a tough daily wear. I really enjoy the watch, but it's one that I don't, I do daily wear it, but it doesn't fit that mold to a lot of people. So I'm trying to be the guy that daily is a Hulk,
Right. I mean, listen, look at even Jordan Goldberg. He said, I had a real Ed White 105.003. So mad I sold it. Worst move ever. Like, it's hard, you can't keep everything at the end of the day, right? But I think watches with stories, especially, or with memories attached to them, are probably the most important to keep because, what else do we collect watches if it's not for the stored memories that we made with them? But I do want to ask Kelly, what you got on the wrist today?
I am wearing my Zenith Chronomaster El Primero.
Nice. Let me pull that up full screen 1 second. Here we go.
I really like the strap with that, by the way.
Is that two-tone or it's steel? Sorry, I can't tell with the light reflection.
Two-tone. It's rose gold.
Two-tone. It is two-tone.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The strap with it goes really nice.
And the date is at 6 o'clock, right?
The date is at 6 o'clock. This
those
is
are
an
the
HP straps, ostrich strap. It didn't come on this. It came on a dark brown leather, which was really nice. But then we got a couple of extra straps from HD. Sorry, my second strap keeper is going willy-nilly. So yeah, I've had this one for about a year and a half. I love it. The two-tone is really pretty. It softens it.
Right.
This is a 42 millimeter, and
really nice.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think one thing that's really really cool about Zenith is they've been coming out with some pretty exceptional pieces of late. I'm really proud. Listen, the Chronomaster Sport, at first I was like, you know, it doesn't look like a Daytona, but now that I think it's a little cheesy, you know, it's uninventive. It's, you know, but these new releases, the 10th of a second chronos, especially the reimagined A386 cases. I like the A384 cases. Those are, you know, very cool. They have a tremendous amount of history. So I think Zenith is going from strength to strength. And if they keep this up, you know, they're going to be a watch brand to look out for in the future for sure.
Yeah.
And the El Primero is an icon. I mean, the first ever.
It really is.
Right. I mean, it's probably, I would say there's 4 real iconic chronographs. It's the Speedmaster is probably the top one.
Yeah.
Daytona's one for sure. I think the Tag Heuer, the Steve McQueen Monaco is another one. And then probably maybe the most iconic of them all, you can make the argument, because is the first automatic chronograph ever is the Zenith El Primero, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. It's a piece that, I mean, if you can add it, for sure belongs in any collection.
Yeah. It was a Christmas gift, and I don't really know what I did to deserve it.
Nothing.
Peter said
you were very nice. You were very nice.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
You were on Santa's good list. Santa's good list, right? You were not
I
on the
guess. I haven't figured out how to do it again.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, this and the snowflake were both gifts from my wife.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Those I certainly can't get rid of.
Right. That's great too. When you add your partner to the hobby, or when you share that same kind of passion. That's so cool.
So tonight I had my local Red Bar meet, and we did an in-person. Hamilton sponsored it, which was fantastic. We got to see, I want to say it was like almost their whole lineup, which was super exciting. But I wore this specifically. I was going to wear the Batgirl, and I got a message earlier in the day from someone who was in the club, but he hadn't actually participated in the in-persons in a while. And he said, he was asking me about the Zenith, and he said, hey, my wife really likes chrono watches. I think she likes the Zenith. Is yours 39, 42? Like, we just had a conversation about it. He's like, oh man, I'd love for her to see one. I don't know where to see him. I was like, well, there's a dealer in Charlotte, like 2 hours away. But and he's like, oh, okay, well, that's great, fine. Well, we'll see you there. So I started thinking about it, and it's like, all right, his wife is into this. He actively wants to do this for her. I'm going to wear this tonight so that at least he can see it. And it was a lot of fun because I had a really great time talking to her, and she tried it on. She is tiny, but she wore 42 just fine, but she preferred 39. But it was a lot of fun to be able to have that conversation with somebody and actually have something in my collection that I could take to them and be like, look at it. So,
yeah, it's always fun sharing your experiences and your watches with other people, right? Because watches are a very solitary hobby, you know what I mean? Like, I can't really talk about watches with anybody near me, you know? Like, my parents don't understand anything related to watches.
My whole family thinks I'm nuts.
Exactly. All my relatives don't go. They're like, $10,000 for a watch? What are you, fucking nuts? Like, you got a mental.
Yeah, my dad thought my Rolex was $1,200. He's like, what, you spent $1,200 on a watch? I'm like, no, a little more.
Right. Now, Kelly, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, did you see this watch tonight, the Pizza Slice?
Yes.
They nicknamed the Pizza Slice.
Dude.
It's the Hamilton Venture.
On your watch, on your Bosphorus review, and I got distracted for a moment because I was like, oh, I want to see it.
Beam me up, Marco.
Yeah.
It's got the Pizza Slice looking.
What does they call it? Is it like a Ventura?
Ventura Elvis 80.
Yeah.
That's the full name. Guys, I gotta tell you, you know what? I have fond memories of buying this. I bought it with my brother and my cousin. We were at a Hamilton AD when I bought it, and yeah, let's just say I wouldn't buy it again, but it's okay. You know, sometimes it's good you gotta learn. You know, you gotta learn that you're not into these kind of things.
Yeah. So Peter has a Hamilton PSR, and I asked him if he was gonna wear it tonight. He ended up not. He wanted to wear the Batgirl, but.
Can we just call it a fucking GMT?
No, we're going to call it Batgirl. Unless you're Marco.
It's the Bruce Wayne. Yeah, can we call it the Bruce Wayne?
Can you call it the Bruce Wayne? No.
Call it a GMT.
No, we're not calling it a GMT. We've got 2 of them. No, it's I I mean, Hamilton has some fun little quirky ones, and I think every collection needs a little touch of just something fun.
Right.
Thank you, Jimmy. I don't know if I could wear anything smaller than a 39. Actually, that's a lie. I do have something that's tiny, and one day I'll show you.
There we go. Angie says, great piece, Kelly. I'm biased before. Yeah, he does have a Zenith.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one he has, but I think he has a similar one with the 6 o'clock gate also.
Nice.
Right.
Very nice. I love this watch. So I decided on my YouTube channel that I finally made.
Congrats.
Thank you. I think my first video is going to be about my 3 favorite watches in my collection. And I did an Instagram post about it today because I'm very vocal about what my 3 favorites are. And
wait, can we take a guess? Don't tell us. We gotta take a guess.
I saw the post. I cheated. I saw it.
Oh damn. Okay. Well, just tell us.
One of my favorites is on there. So
the punchline is up. Go ahead.
So number 1 is my Zenith Chronomaster. This is always my number 1 favorite. Number 2.
Can I ask you why?
Why?
Yeah.
That's a really good question. This was the first watch that I had that was like mine. It was gifted to me, intentionally purchased for me very early on in our collection. And I was originally looking at an open heart, and we ended up going with the Chronomaster. But it's just something that I very quickly okay, sorry. Peter's coaching me in the background. So he likes to correct me. An open heart's still a Chronomaster. Y'all know what I meant.
Right.
My friends know what I meant.
You're not having a
So
you guys should do a YouTube channel together, arguing over watches.
I told him we should do that.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. Yeah.
You guys could be the new Gringa and Watch Poppy.
Watch Poppy, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. But it was, when I got this, I wore it constantly, like dressed up with jeans and a hoodie, like anytime. And there's just something special about it. It's extremely comfortable. It's gorgeous. And it's always going to have just a very special place in my heart. If Peter ever came to me and said, I think we need to sell the Zenith, I would end my marriage before I'd sell this watch.
Wow. It's the, right. It's probably the watch with the most sentimental value, essentially.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's number 1. Number 2 is the Omega Speedmaster Racing.
Ooh. And you got the blue bezel version?
No, it's a black bezel.
Oh, the black bezel with the orange, the
orange writing with the
white.
white.
Oh, that's the best one. I love that.
When you were remember, she showed it to us one time. There it is.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, sorry, because when I saw it last time, it almost looked like a blue bezel. But yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I tried that on. It looked like a dinner plate on my. I gotta show you.
It's huge. It's
Right,
44 and a quarter.
But the lug to lug is only 50, so it's kind of deceiving, right?
Yeah.
It's just big. Like maybe we're not used to such a big dial on the wrist, is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's more.
But I'm excited because the bracelet's just a little too big for me. And tonight, one of my buddies in my Red Bar group sold me a black sailcloth strap for this. So this has a 21 millimeter. No, it has some. Is it 21 millimeter? I think it is. It's a 21 millimeter lug width, which is hard to find as far as like alternate straps go. You can find them in outside of the state's shipping, but I don't always like them. So he ended up selling me a black sailcloth strap for it. So I'm going to put that on and try it out. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is the Rolex GMT Master 2, the black. Those are my
yeah, I like that watch too.
Yeah.
It's a really great one.
Just to interrupt you very quickly, guys. Somebody said, what's Kelly's YouTube? Can't find it. I just posted the link to it, guys. She will be posting her first video. I don't know when, but I don't know when you, or if you know, but make sure to subscribe, guys. Turn on the bell. This way you're notified when she posts that first video.
So I already have my ideas written out. I'm going to start scripting some things for my first one. We started talking about, we've got, some good camera options. So So it's really just sitting down and doing it. It makes me nervous.
It's very daunting. The first one is very daunting. I will say this. It is very daunting. But you get used to it over time. But these live streams help 100%. Doing live streams, you will be
You should warm up with a live stream first, and then when you're done, just bang out the video because you'll be warmed up already. You'll be ready to go.
Well, I have to tell y'all, thank you, because for nothing, I have like 20 subscribers.
Right.
Oh, you'll once you start putting a few videos, you'll zoom right up. Yeah, you'll have plenty.
JJ, I told her.
Can I make one critique about you? Had 3 favorites without constructively. My only suggestion would be to maybe ditch the racing because it's probably way too big for your wrist anyway, and to add a diver, so you have a chrono, a diver, and a GMT.
Whew. That's
just my opinion. I mean, it's a personal, what you love, but if you think about it objectively, if you replace that with, like, let's say a sub or a Seamaster or something, it would make more. It would be more well-rounded.
What you said?
Well, Marco said it looked like a dinner plate on his wrist.
On my wrist. Let's see.
Oh, it actually looks pretty good on you.
That looks great.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic.
Looks fantastic.
The bracelet's loose. That's the only kicker.
Oh, it actually fits so well.
Yeah, it looks
Marco,
amazing.
you must have really small wrists, Marco.
Seriously.
Very dainty wrists, very delicate.
Fuck me dead, guys. It's not a fun time. Trust me. A lot of watches I like that I can't win.
Guys, he's still growing, all right? Give him a little time.
Okay, it's okay.
Well, either way, it still stands. You have 2 chronographs. That's all.
Growing sideways.
That's my only little knock. I think they're all great pieces.
Fine.
But
I get that. I don't think about it at that level. I think about my approach towards watch collecting and appreciation is much more emotional. And I look at things about how do they make me feel. And it's really those 3 that I put them on and I feel great. I feel very put together. I feel pretty.
they're all very nice. They're all excellent watches.
I think so. It's a hell of a collection. I'm quite proud of it.
No,
the Green Arrow GMT is my favorite of those 3. I love that watch so much. I think I could gush about that GMT. That I think it's Marco. I know you're going to talk about yours as the no date sub, but I think that GMT, if they still made it, would be the perfect everyday all around Rolex.
The best Rolex
available.
GMT Master. I got the Bruce Wayne. Remember the Bruce Wayne?
If it were the black, I'm saying the black version specifically to me, because I think if you want to talk about versatility, if you really want to get into the details and the weeds about the one watch, I think that would be it. And it's just such a shame they do not offer a black GMT anymore. I just can't get over it.
Thank you, Pavel.
I think a Batman kind of took that place as the one and done. I could see it just being just as one and done, if not more than just my opinion. I also think it's a cool watch, but I think the Batman gives you a slight edge if you have to get dressed up. That's the only difference.
You can dress it up really nicely. You can dress
right.
Up
The
really
black. I don't think you can dress up as nicely as the Batman. But I think
even with the polished center links, even.
No, I'm saying even the Batman with the polished center, the same setup with on the Oyster. I just feel like it could help you. It's a little more dressy, I think, the color combo. I could be wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think? Marco has no opinion.
Well, that's the beauty of it. It's
I agree. I 100% agree.
It's your favorite. It's your whatever your favorite is your favorite.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the best part of this. You can always everyone has different lengths.
Now,
Tim's not here to talk about his Explorer.
Forget the Explorer. Forget it.
He's not here to push that.
Right. That would be the ultimate segue right there. That he thinks that's the perfect one of them. You actually hit that on the head. That would be the perfect time for him to interject with the Explorer.
Well, he would have already.
Now, Wes, you do have a watch that's coming in, right? Because I was going to ask what's next, but you have a watch coming in.
I do.
Could we get some hints? I want to guess. I want to guess what this is.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
You guys know that Austin is my guy, right?
Right.
So
Austin Daniels, the best
Austin Daniels
expert.
You should also subscribe.
Yeah.
Best mullet in the game.
Yeah.
It's going really strong right now.
Whew, look at this. Watching. Just got a GMT Pepsi.
Awesome.
He's from Montreal. He got a Pepsi in Montreal. What the fuck?
Really?
Listen, tell me what your contacts are. I'm trying to get a black.
Certainly
Daytona.
not in an AD.
Black Daytona. I need a black Daytona, guys. I need a black Daytona. But go ahead, Wes. Sorry, go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, if that's any hint, if something that he would approve of, 16710 Coke bezel, case serial, I think 2001 on Oyster.
That's amazing. That's a great watch.
Yeah. I wish I had it. It should be here. It was supposed to be here today. So again, I'm waiting on FedEx, like 8 p.m. delivery on July 15th, and it's 10:04, and it didn't show up. So, yeah.
We got Kevin O'Donnell asking, how did you find Kelly if she has YouTube? I just posted the link to her channel again, guys. Yeah. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, you can't like or comment because she doesn't have a video yet, but just subscribe. Just subscribe for now.
Yeah.
And
I think he was asking, how did you find her?
I started harassing them to the point that they had to be my friend.
Oh, how did you find her? Well, you just jumped on, I think.
From watching, you know?
It was actually, so Timeless Watch Channel made an Instagram story that he was going to go live with Archie. And I think I saw that Gringo was joining. I was like, okay. So I went over and watched it and had a great time interacting with all of y'all and watched Gringo. And then it switched to Marco, you started your stream, and I joined that one too, and that's kind of how I found y'all, and y'all let me participate. And then you talked me into things like YouTube.
Right. I'm telling you, you're going to really enjoy it. You're going to really enjoy it. Once you start making the vids, you're going to fly on YouTube. Everybody's going to love your set. You've got such a great down-to-earth personality. You're very personable. And, 100%. You're going to demolish the rest of us. We're going to bite your dust.
You to not be on YouTube. There's no reason to not be. It's so... Right. Especially if you're already doing the podcast, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It's the most monetizable platform, better than Instagram. Right. It's especially for the watch, and it feeds your addiction.
Watch anyway, so I might as well.
It feeds your addiction.
Right. Did you know also if you do a live stream like with StreamYard, you can download the audio and make it a podcast as well, so you can do it 2 for 1.
Okay.
We got you, Kelly. Don't worry. We'll
congratulations
give you the steps
on getting over 1,000 subs. Keep up the great work. You guys, Lux Report, you got to check him out. He's keeping us all informed about Timepiece Gentleman. The Timepiece Gentleman saga as it unfolds, guys. You got to like, comment, and subscribe to Lux Report. Thank you for putting back the videos up. Don't let those nasty trolls keep you down, okay?
Did you read John Galt's comment? Is great.
Who gets what keeps us first?
Tell you. Nobody wants to see me reach 1,000. I think every time I get one, someone else
I want to see you reach 1,000.
No,
you have 891 subscribers.
Right. It's just become a funny joke at this point. I don't even care because it doesn't really change anything, but it's just funny,
What kind of watch videos? So the first one, I figured I'd come out of the gate with a semi-serious one, comparing my 3 favorite, just not really comparing them, but talking about my 3 favorite watches in my collection.
I think your first video should be a total bullshit video.
My first video is not going to be a total bullshit video. My second video is going to be a total bullshit video. My second video will be, I think it's my new favorite thing to do is to take watches and pair them with a cocktail that represents them.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
JJ, you want to post the link to your channel? You want to post the link?
Yeah, let's get your subs up.
Can we just make a recommendation to Kelly? Her first video should be "Where is the Timepiece Gentleman?" You'll get plenty of subscribers. Plenty of subscribers that way.
If you want to jump the line, that's how to do it.
I can't do that. I did make an Instagram, a story post about it, because during all of that, when he disappeared, we were in the middle of trying to fly to Spain and got derailed to Dallas on our way to Madrid. So I did make a story post of drinking a beer in the Dallas airport. All right, I'm keeping my eyes peeled to make sure he doesn't hop a plane to Europe. That was the closest I've come to any kind of commentary on it.
By the way, I just want to read out this comment. Lord of Flex says, look at Marco, just hits 1K and is doing all he can to pop out. Guys, I think Oshin made a great point, right? There's enough viewers, for all of us to succeed, right? We're not in competition with each other, right? There's this idea that like if my channel succeeds or if another channel succeeds, I can't succeed. That's not the way it works, guys. There's something called the network effect. If everyone grows, we all lift each other up. Yes. Exactly. There you go, guys. So that's the way around it. And listen, I mean, if I can help out another YouTuber along the way, why not? You know what I mean? I'm happy to do it, especially if they're a great person.
Well, I think that goes along with a lot of different things. So I know that you were on Roman's live earlier today, and I caught a little bit of it. But what I did catch was when he had the gentleman come on, his guest come on, and he was talking about how this person was emailing him, talking about wanting to become a watch dealer. And Roman actually talked to him and gave him feedback on how to do that. Like, he's not hindering his business any way whatsoever, because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to solely go to one person for that dream watch. You are going to outsource yourself. So helping people, building people up in this community is exactly what I love about it. I love the watches, but I also love the people. So, I mean,
it's all about the camaraderie and the community.
This whole group is doing.
No gatekeeping. No gatekeeping.
Exactly. Chronos Keeper brings on a good point. You can bring on fellow Instagram watch bloggers and discuss their collection story, good content for you, and more important. This would be interesting, right?
Everyone loves talking about their stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Who doesn't like talking about themselves, guys? We're all a little narcissistic at heart. Let's be honest, right? We all got a little narcissism. Design Atelier brings up a good point. He says different point of view. And then Toyotomo says, I think you should start off with your collection review, Kelly. Yeah, you can do your 3 favorite watches, then do your collection review. You know, or the other way around.
Like a state of the collection kind of thing.
Oh, we got Quick Draws in the back. He's got his camera on. Okay, we got space. There we go. A little Quick Draw. Oh, we got somebody else doing. We got the cap.
Cap back.
I'll be right back, Mark.
Hey guys, sorry
if you
about
need to
that.
put me backstage, I'll be back. I'll be right back, Mark.
I was stuck in the Matrix. But I got a couple. Go ahead.
Sorry. I just want to read out these chats very quickly. It says, we are one big community. We're help support the family. Exactly. Jordan Goldberg says, totally agree, Marco. The more the merrier. And guys, don't forget, Design Atelier. He's got an amazing channel. Seriously, it's really, really, really incredible, guys. Please be sure to check out, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys got to check it out. We're one big watch community. We've got to support each other. And he's got another amazing channel. Yep.
Hey, Marco.
So I was backstage. I found a buyer.
Oh my God! Love the hair on the baby.
Oh,
that's quite a mop. That's quite a mop there.
Starting them out, yeah, I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
This is Vivian.
Hey, Vivian.
Hi, sweetheart. Hi.
I think Mom was tired of holding her one-on-one, so I agreed to take her for a few minutes.
Oh, God, that hair is amazing.
My kids took forever to grow hair. Took forever. They were like just bald super aliens, and you know, within a year and a half, maybe they started sprouting hair. It was crazy.
Yeah, they're fun at that age.
Yeah.
She's about to start walking around, so things are going to get.
They can't talk back at you yet. They can't walk yet. That's the best. Yeah.
They can, but
yeah.
Well, you can't really understand it yet, and they're still pretty reliant on you. Yeah, so it's still a win-win.
Sweetheart.
Oh, I love that.
Oh God, you forget the age. You forget that age.
Yeah.
So I was backstage. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, Cap, you had something to tell me very quickly?
Yeah. A couple of things. Well, one, I was curious what beers Kelly and Wes were drinking, number one. Number two, I was getting thirsty there. Two is I want to, Marco, man, you got to plug my Instagram. I'm working my ass off.
You got to put it as your
ass off over here.
You got to put your Instagram handle as your
doing
PC.
I know. Yeah.
So what is it?
Oh, it's Captain Subby.
Captain Subby. Oh, look at this. We got Soulless
Captain
Art.
Subby.
My man, Soulless Art.
I just do it for the fun,
49 cents super chat. Thank you so much for the €5.50. I really, really appreciate that. It does help me out a lot, and I really, really do appreciate it. Guys, I just bought a new laptop, a new Mac, so that should be a good upgrade because I got an 8-year-old Mac I've been using. It's terrible. Did you
go with the Air?
Yeah, so I got the MacBook Air with the M1 chip.
Oh, vanilla.
Ooh, looks very wow, fancy.
Thank you so much again.
Craft beer.
Really appreciate it. Captain, what's your IG?
Oh, Captain Subby, small G.
No, you got to put it as your name on
Captain
the
Subby.
stream.
I don't want to be shameless. You know, I'm into subtlety.
Come on, do it.
Just do it.
It doesn't matter. There's not a lot of, I don't
Captain,
post that much.
Are you going to post that? Are you going to give everyone your OnlyFans account?
I'm busting Marco's chops.
didn't
No,
know
you
you
got to
had
pay
that.
for that. You got to pay for that. That's big money. That's big money.
Yeah.
So, Marco, here's how you become. I'll give you advice. I'm not a watch dealer. I'm a kind of an enthusiast collector. Here's how you become a watch dealer. You watch what TPG did, the Timepiece Gentleman, and you do the opposite.
There we go. We got Tim Wright coming in hot with the link. There you go, Captain Subby. There
Tim,
we go, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, Tim Wright, my man.
He's back from his walk.
Sorry, go ahead, Cap.
I'm so excited.
Tell me
today.
how.
I got an email.
Oh, I said it.
saying that my mug is on the way.
How you become a watch dealer? You watch
tell me how
Timepiece. You watch Timepiece Gentleman,
and do
you do the opposite.
It's a Seinfeld episode. Yep.
Right, everything the opposite.
Just do the
that works, man.
I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
Right.
Let me add Joe to the stream. We got Joe.
Go.
That's it. Joe is back. I'm gonna put this view because it'll be a little bit better. Guys, what would be awesome, but I think JJ's away for now, but we could just do a quick wristwatch check. What are we all wearing for all the new viewers in the stream?
I flipped watches.
Oh, so speaking of flipping watches, I found somebody to buy my Tudor Black Bay GMT.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you going to be replacing it with anything?
Yeah, I did. So the Polar Explorer kind of takes its place.
Nice. The 40 mil, 42 mil?
40. The
16
holes.
570.
Yeah, holes case.
Beautiful. Nice stuff. Cap, what are you doing with that Tudor on?
Well, I got a problem. You know about it, right? The little second hand stop, man. I was wearing the OG today. And
Did you try winding the crown?
I wound the crown. I shook it. I did a lot. It's a problem. I'm in a state of denial right now. But
now you're worried about what's it called?
I'll work on it.
You're worried about sending in to Rolex for service because they might change the part, but you can send them in and just tell them not to change any of the parts, right?
I don't know if you can. No, I've heard mixed stories about that. I don't know. It's not what I heard.
I thought that they have to restore to a certain standard if you send it into service, and they.
Yeah, but it's not that old. It's not that old.
Yeah. It's 20 years old.
Yeah, but
21 years. Actually, it's probably going on its 21st birthday.
So what does Rolex deem vintage?
I have to get it a gift. What should I get?
Drop the link for Tim. Tim wants to jump on.
What shots for its 21st?
I don't know if he wants to jump on.
I'm going to jump off because I have to have a personality tomorrow.
No worries.
Y'all have a good night.
You take care, Kelly. Thank you for joining.
Bye.
See you, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
All the best.
Brady Bunch.
What's going on?
Oh yeah, we have
Hey, what's up, guys?
Fidel Castro in the house.
I was too lazy to put, to do the setup. Just got back home. Oh.
We got boss man saying, "Where's Archie? The live stream is not complete without our part." Guys, come on. Now, what do you want me to say? Archie has a life outside of YouTube.
We got the next best thing, the Cardinal.
Right. I'm AC4, guys. The pontiff in waiting. No, I'm just kidding. That's right. That's too far. I can't take that.
We have the Anthony.
That's showcase what. But Cap, the reason I say why are you wearing the two? You got a Hulk. You got a Bumblebee. You got an AP. You just got a brand new bought Patek, and you got a Omega Speedmaster, the Tokyo 2020 Panda. And of all those watches, you wear the Tudor most often. I don't get it.
So Cardinal,
when you're dressed down, man, you don't, you throw the Tudor on. That's what I love about the Tudor. That's what the Tudor is. That's
what about
the beauty of the
Speedmaster? The Speedmaster.
The Speedmaster, I could put it on in 2 seconds. That's right here, and I got the AP in the other drawer. But I'm not wearing an AP at night with a T-shirt on. Like I don't need to wear an AP right now.
Listen,
is the G-Shock allowed? Is the G-Shock allowed, or is that considered unacceptable?
I would wear the G-Shock.
We allow all watches on the channel. We allow.
I'm making a joke. I'm joking.
I do have a pizza slice, so I'm not one to talk.
I had a pizza
slice.
Fair enough.
It's the new nickname. It's called the pizza slice. That was coined by Mr. Chu, by the way.
Oh, that's nice. Quick.
Yeah.
It's another green bezel or green dial.
Oh, that's
Is
actually
that
really nice.
Victorinox?
Yeah.
I like that.
The tough Viking one.
You know, the Victorinox has some nice stuff. I like it. I like those watches.
And Wes raised the issue before, and I agree with him. I think he said this, Wes. In terms of the Hulk, you're daily wearing it, or you're trying to daily wear it, or you thought it was going to be the daily wear, and it's a tough daily wear, isn't it?
It is, but again, it's I daily wear it, and it's I've tried to make it just kind of my identity. I'm the guy that dailies the Hulk, so that's what I tell myself, and it works for that.
Yeah.
But if I had to say, gosh, if I had to go back and do it again, it wouldn't be the one that I think I would have picked for that watch, but it is the one that I have, so I daily wear it. That's absolutely right, but. If you had to pick your one out of if money were no option and you could just go to the dealer and pick the one you want, then no. But it's what came, and so
Well, my idea
it is kind of a tough daily wear.
Yeah. Well,
very quick, guys. I just want to interject because I want to get to this, and we do have a super chat. He said, Scott B says at RSC you can reject stuff like dials, hands, bracelet, etc. So parts inside to fix will be original, so it's not a big deal. Exactly. Cap, you can reject them getting rid of original parts, 100%.
Yeah. What about the crystal? What about the crystal?
You can you can say that.
If they give me a replacement, it's not damaged at all. But if they gave me a replacement crystal, they would,
Anaki Chen says Marco versus Tim on Insider Trading Part 2 incoming. Laugh out. Hey, listen, look.
You guys talked about insider trading.
Hey, hold
guys,
on.
Ari did just comment.
Hold
on, very quickly.
We set
Tim,
up
one
our
second.
differences in the middle.
Right, Tim, 1 second. RG did say, I will super chat big money to not see part 2 of that. I got to be a rating source, so let's get into it. Tim, what do you think
my God.
What do you think about Kelly Loeffler? That Republican, the insider trading Republican?
Here we go.
Yeah.
She sold all of her airline stocks before
here's
the...
my problem. Here's my problem.
Unbelievable.
It's not considered insider trading
But it is insider.
It's not, but it's not considered. Like, that's why if it was... should be in trouble, but it's not, because they have to change the rules so that it is. That's the problem. And if you are not for, are you in favor of changing the rules in such a way that what Kelly Loeffler, that what Nancy Pelosi did would be considered insider trading? That's the question. Are you? What do you think?
Yes, I think we actually came to a great. We actually came to a great compromise. I think if they could trade like one time every quarter, like every 3 months, I think that would actually be a great compromise.
Listen.
So a lot of companies solve that. So for a lot of people, there were blackout times for when you're allowed to trade and not. When I used to work for publicly funded companies, I was explicitly told around earnings time, around end of quarter, around specific times, we were not allowed to trade. And if we did try to pull a trade off, like we'd get insta fired, we would get sued. Like it was a serious offense.
Yeah, and it's just they're exempt.
And it should be the same for politicians.
Right. Of course. Exactly.
But anyways, let's move on because this is a watch show. It's not a politics show. Let's save Ari the dollars. Let's save Ari the dollars.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
But yeah, Cap, I got to tell you can 100% get that watch service by RSC. The only thing, that they might change is the crystal, which again is very, it's almost negligible. The only thing that would be different is you would have the laser etching at 6 o'clock.
Exactly.
But who cares?
I have a non-laser etched crystal, original crystal.
Who cares?
Actually, Tim would know this. Tim,
what's up?
With your Rolex AD, if they service Rolex, correct?
Yeah.
So my Rolex, Tim, the OG that I in my collection needs fixing. The second hand does not move. Happened today. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. We got Pound the Drum asking, Marco, can Tim win both watch rolls? Guys, it's rigged. It's all rigged in Tim's favor. It's all rigged.
I'm getting both of them.
One's going to Tim and one's going to Jacob.
Communism at work right there.
That's called, I'm pretty sure that's called nepotism, right? Nepotism. Yeah. It's when you upgrade or you provide benefits to those around you. Yeah, roughly speaking.
Benefits to the elite only. Benefits to the elite.
We got insider trading. We're hypocrites. Let's be honest. We do
Brandal62 says, Tim Wright, make a new channel for your politics talk. Laugh out loud. You know what? You're saying LOL. He's pitched this to us many times.
Yeah.
Said, let's do it. Are you fucking nuts?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing politics. I'd rather.
Him and his 8 subscribers. Yeah.
Listen. Grandal, I need this. Like, I need to get hit by a car for a second time in my life. It already happened once. I don't want it to happen a second time. Okay?
Yeah.
Guys. It's not a fun experience. Sean in the Dark says, "Hey, the captain. Glad to have you here, Sean in the Dark.
Shot. Hey,
Thank
Shot.
you again for the
Nice
early
to see you, Shot.
Nice
generosity.
to see you.
I appreciate it. So yeah, but yeah, listen, I will say this. Forget it. Who cares about one crystal with a laser etching at 6 o'clock?
What are you trying to go for, Captain? Are you just you just want the
He wants to
purity
keep
of
the
the watch?
originality. Yeah, he wants
Yeah.
to keep the watch.
Yeah,
original.
I mean that's a big deal. I mean, not that I'm ever going to sell it, but I don't want I just think you're not. Hands have tritium, especially after the lawsuit. Okay, I don't think I have tritium hands. No, 2000. No,
You shouldn't have tritium. You shouldn't have tritium in 2000.
It's
Now,
close. I think it
here's
was
something-
like the switchover wasn't that far back. Go ahead, Marco.
This is interesting from Wes. He said, if I had to do it again, I would have probably gone after a GMT, but this is what landed, so I'm rolling with it. But listen, GMT is a great watch, perfect one and done, no doubt about it. But if you could get both, why not? You know what I mean? I think you'll have you got a Hulk and a 16710 Coke. That's about as good as it gets.
No, what's great is you got the Hulk because the same thing happened to me. I was trying to finish the story. The dealer said, wear it as if it's a black dial. Like she said, wear it. I said, what do I wear it with? Because it's green, it might not go with everything. Oh, you're here. I thought you were just in the chat. So she said, wear it with everything. Wear it like a daily. She said you could daily wear this watch. And she's right. The only because inside, it changes color. It's a little darker. It's a little, the sunburst effect in the sun. And like a lot of people love it because they see it as opposed to a black dial. So you can definitely daily wear it. But the value now, see the conundrum I have too is if you're not like, I like the GMTs, I love the GMTs, any of them, Pepsi, or Batman. But now the value, comes the value play. It's doubled in value. I don't know where you bought it at, but that becomes an issue.
Retail.
There you go. Me too. So that's why if I'm not loving it, now I have other pieces that I wear a lot more, but I like having it in the collection. But economics could come into play too, unless you're,
Captain, are you worried that they're gonna fight with the dial? They're gonna do some replacements if you give it to them?
Yes.
I mean, there has to be. You have to be able to tell them don't touch any of the parts.
You can 100% put that before you put it in for service. I don't want any parts replaced. I just want the movement to be serviced.
But then again, you know what? Like with Rolex, you can never trust them. I would just go to someone local.
Then complain. Complain about. Tell them if they do it, you'll sue them, Captain, and tell them you're a lawyer.
I'm not going to sue them. I don't want to get into that. That's a headache. Sue it, and I don't do that anyway.
Suing Rolex, it's going to be terrible.
I used to do securities law.
Have a good one, folks. Gotta head out.
Take care, Ari.
Take care, folks. Great stream. Congrats, JJ, again. All the best.
I think Tim, you're
By the way,
spot on. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
What's interesting, I spoke with the watchmaker at my AD, but not their Rolex watchmaker, their like in-house watchmaker, and he was telling me about how easy it is to service the Rolex movements. So that the beauty of them is that they're so simple. Is that it's not a big deal. A lot of people think it's not like servicing a Patek, where you absolutely must take it to the Patek watchmakers. Rolex is just no big deal. So going to a local watchmaker, it's no brainer here.
Right, we got Pound the Drum saying, Captain, I took my 1991 Explorer 2 to Rolex for service. They have an in-house watchmaker. They kept the original tritium dial in hands. Just took for a Rolex AD. Just look for a Rolex AD with in-house watchmaker. Exactly, 100%.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I thought Rolex had to confirm it with you first before they did anything physically.
Yes.
Hypothetically, you have a cracked crystal or whatever, and they have to say this is what it's going to cost. Do you accept the charges type thing? So I mean, I feel like you'd be kind of safe by saying, hey, I don't want the crystal replaced. I don't want this replaced. Then just submit your price or pay the bill for it.
The problem with that is that when you send it to Rolex, they send it to Switzerland. Right, so it's sent in the mail with the instructions and the paperwork. When they move it from one place to the other, shit gets separated, and even though they try their best, I mean, when you give it to a local watchmaker, he's just like working on one watch at a time, so he's not gonna fuck it up. But when you send it to
RSCs in the States, like there's one in New York, there's one in Dallas, or somewhere in the Midwest.
You're gonna have to find that watchmaker, but they'll do it for you 100%. Because you want to have that warranty with Rolex. You take it to a local Rolex. Yeah, exactly. You take it to like your local 7-Eleven watchmaker, and unfortunately, they'll give you maybe a 1 year warranty at best. Even though I know that's not who you're taking it to. You're probably taking it to some guy you know, but you know what I mean. I'm just making. Yeah, EPC makes a good point. They said most likely Rolex will replace the Crystal for waterproofing. Yeah, I would tend to agree. They probably would. Of anything, they would probably replace the crystal. But I mean, who cares? You have a replacement crystal. You know, it's not that big a deal.
No, man. It's a big deal.
I agree with Captain. It's like a classic car. You want to keep that thing as original as possible. You don't even want to, you'll go as far as keeping like the radiator still intact because it's from like the 90s or whatever. Even though it leaks like crazy, you'll still go as far as to keep that radiator in there.
You can rip out the head unit and put in like an Apple CarPlay system in an old vintage Porsche. You've just destroyed the value of the Porsche.
Yeah, I mean, you've destroyed not only the value of like the actual like currency of it, but you destroyed like the actual
the appearance.
The appearance, the history, the homage. I mean, not the homage, but like the actual vibe of the vehicle. It's no longer the same,
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it's easy for us to say like we don't have a Rolex that we own for 20. How many years you have it for? 20 years?
Yeah, it's going on 20. I think it's 21 now because it's 2000.
1 year.
Yeah.
We don't have a watch. I mean, I have one that's like 5 almost gonna be soon, and it's 20, and it's like every year that you hold out on it. It's how many times have you had it serviced?
I have. I've had it serviced. See, that's part of the problem. I had it serviced. I think 2 times, maybe 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I haven't serviced it that often, to be honest.
Where have you serviced it?
The first 2 times were, I think, or at Rolex. No, the first time was Rolex, and then I've used a local watchmaker, but I've been at different ones that had Rolex. Like they said they were certified or whatever they said in Rolex.
Certified 3.
Like they're not Rolex. They're not Rolex.
7 days a week
working there, but. So they all use Rolex parts.
Oh my God.
They'll pull that crystal right out, Tim. They'll pull that crystal right out. Guys, we're going on 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Game is weak.
Right. We're going on 2 hours and 30 minutes, guys. I'm gonna wrap the show up in 8 minutes. We got 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments below. I'm gonna wrap this up in 7 minutes roughly. Thank you all for joining me. I want to thank everybody who has joined me. All the incredible super chats tonight. It went crazy tonight. Crazy stuff. Thank you guys.
Must have been that Daytona.
Very much appreciate it. JJ, thank you for coming on. I told JJ, I'm like, Dang, you got to come on the stream. I mean, we're celebrating the Daytona. You know what I mean? If you're not going to do an after show.
And the LV box.
Yeah, I was going to say that LV box kind of got
but exactly. It's, I mean, like when you get a Daytona, especially a Paul Newman Daytona of all the Daytona. You got it on the wrist right now. Can you show it off to us one more time?
I don't have it on anymore. I took it off. I was doing some stuff right now.
Anyways, needless to say, guys, just skip back to the beginning of the live stream. Absolutely incredible. I mean, incredible. McLovin says, "What's Kelly's phone number?" You guys are too much. We got Grandal 62 Jubilee's question: how much did he buy that Rolex at 21 years ago? How much did he buy at retail? Buy that at retail, Captain. Your original sub, the original Captain.
I don't even remember, but it was like a couple of $1,000. I got it at dealer cost, like it was at Rolex, like at their cost.
Oh,
so it wasn't even
wholesale.
Retail. I got it at wholesale, yeah, from a guy who was like who worked at Rolex corporate in New York. I think it was the headquarters or something. It was a neighbor of my parents. He hooked me up.
Oh, there you go, guys. It's pretty incredible.
And Marco wants me to just, send it in, take the dial out.
I'm not that much of a guys. I'm not a huge purist when it comes to that. So, like, I know Austin would be like, "Are you fucking nuts, Marco? Like, you're out of your fucking mind
Marco,
or what?"
The reality is, Marco,
I'm not that kind of like it's not.
Oh,
that
are you gonna get the Bruce Wayne dial changed? Are you gonna get changed?
Well, it wouldn't get changed.
New hands. Yeah, slap new hands in that.
Honestly, that is a good question, Tim.
But it's just
Mark,
the crystal,
when are you
Tim. The crystal. If there's something wrong with the crystal, I would get the crystal replaced, 100%.
Yeah, no problem.
Of course, yeah. The
crystal's right. The crystal's fine, but I'm not talking about the hands, dial, bezel, or anything like that. I'm just talking exclusively the crystal.
Would you risk it? Ooh.
No, because you're not risking anything. You're telling them before the service which one you want to get. We got Kevin O'Donnell asking, "What is the best Explorer 2 to get?" Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, are you gonna send in your Submariner to be serviced? Because yours is the 2019, right?
It's 2020.
2020. Oh, I thought yours was 2019. Because I'm debating whether I should send mine in for service because mine's a 15.
No, you're fine. If it's keeping good time, you don't need to get your watch serviced.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's keeping, check it with a local watchmaker. If you want, they can check the amplitude on your watch, and from that amplitude, they can 100% tell you whether or not your watch needs service. But
yeah, anything below 270 is trash.
Right, Rolex watches 10-year service interval, especially for modern Rolex, is more than acceptable. You can go 10 years without servicing a modern Rolex watch.
Yeah.
We got Kevin O'Donnell asking, "What's the best Rolex Explorer 2?" I would say 40 or 42 mil. If you can get the polar dial, I definitely think it's the one to get. But that's not to say the black dial isn't good too. But I do like the polar.
I think the black dial is a little
one,
undervalued.
get the brand new one. Get the new one. Because it just defeats this one. The new one is so much more superior. All the little upgrades, they really make the new one pop. But this could be a bargain.
Right. Lord of Fleck brings up a good point. He says crystal mainsprings, these things need to be replaced eventually. Exactly. My the mainspring on my Panerai got replaced because it's broken. So there's some watch parts that need to get replaced and improved over time because ultimately they hurt the integrity of the watch. But I also understand the purist perspective. Like Austin, if he was on the stream, he would kill me. He'd be like,
"Why does the crystal need to be replaced?" I understand if it's cracked. But why do we need to replace the crystal?
It's how it fits on the watch. So it could hinder how waterproof the watch actually is. Water can go through the crystal if the fit isn't very tight. Because it can loosen over time. Like a crystal can easily pop out of a watch. It's friction fitted, right? I'm pretty sure. It's not glue, is it? It's friction fitted.
I think there's it's sandwiched a little bit.
Right, but it's friction fitted. They sandwich it into the actual. Right.
They don't put any glue or anything. Yeah.
Yep.
But there is like a rubber gasket, I think, underneath or something.
There you go. Scobby even says they switched to synthetic oils over 20 years ago, so the interval is much longer now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you'll be okay. Sorry, yes, it's the gasket and ring seal. There you go, not the crystal. I was wondering what it was, but it's not exactly the crystal. It's the gasket and ring seal. But these things are meant to be replaced, guys. They wear with time. It's just it is.
By the way, can we shout out Small G2002? He's been watching the live stream since 5 p.m.
Jesus.
What a legend.
Wow, that's incredible. Make sure
dedication. We're just happy to supply the content.
I do want to say, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this live stream. Check out all of my guys, JJ at the Gentleman's Hangout. Be sure to check out Watch and Learn. We are streaming. I think we'll do it on JJ's channel because we got to get JJ over the hump, guys. We got to get him over 1,000 subscribers. We're going to do Watch and Learn on Gentleman's Hangout tomorrow. So be sure, like, comment, subscribe, Gentleman's Hangout. I want to thank Wes for joining, Joe Kramer, the captain.
Thank you.
Quicker Draw. Of course, be sure to subscribe to my guy. Like, comment, subscribe. Tim Wright. Check out and sign up to timwright.com. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Please be sure to put in your final questions. Your final question, we'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. Very sure, guys.
Just to answer, what's one second. What's his name? Kevin O'Donnell says, how much is this Explorer 2? I think it's still relatively a bargain. I would probably go to the AD and get on the waiting list for the new one. Because it's not a hot watch, nobody wants it, so you can probably get it from the AD for like 9,000, I think.
right? Like
Look at
Explorer
this.
2s.
95, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Get it from the AD brand new because I think it's like 12,000 at this point. It's too much. But if you can get the new one, 72 hours of power reserve.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger of a watch, but I think look, I have 6.5-inch wrist.
Tim, I gotta tell, I prefer yours because the coating of the numerals, or sorry, the hands and the
it's a
indices.
new type of coating, yeah.
Well, yours are enamel coated, so I think those will be more collectible in the future. The enamel coating.
You think you like that better? I think I kind of like the flat better. I don't know.
I prefer Tim's pops more.
Watch.
I think this is the trick. This is an unwanted watch. If you see it from someone selling it, you can tell them like you can tell them straight up, hey, that's a dog. Nobody actually wants this watch. Decrease the price, and they'll drop it because right now it's selling at the same price as a sub. Makes no sense.
Detroit Spartan says, I just got the new Explorer 2. It blows the old one out of the water, honestly. And on that note, guys, I'm going to end the stream. I want to say thank you again for watching. And, of course, guys, wear your watches. Love your watch. It's what it's all about.